Good night, everyone. Let me know if you are seeing me. Let me know if you're hearing me clearly. If you're seeing and hearing me clearly, welcome to another episode of Extra Class, episode number 281. I trust that everybody is okay. All the persons who are hearing my voice and seeing my face, I trust that you are healthy, your family is okay. For all the persons who are at home at this time of the Friday, at work at this time of the Friday night, I trust that your shift will end soon and you will get a chance to get home to be with your friend, with your family and friends, I suppose. For the persons who are on the road, got me tired. I'm really tired. I trust that you will be safe and you will get home safely. For the people who are at the home, ready for listen to teach about some things we have at Jam Down, Jam Rock, Jamaica land we love. Land of Food and Water, Bob Marley, Usain Bolt, Vice Cartel, Buju Banton, Shelly and Fraser Price, Elaine Thompson, Portia Simpson Miller. Zane, hopefully people, you need to tell me if my audio and video are in sync because I kind of do a few updates and things. So I was testing it and I'm not sure still, but I know if everything is in sync. So audio and video. Seeing so me lip them and me voice. You understand? Peace. Big up on yourself. You understand? So I know what going on in the comments. Manners and respect everybody. You understand? You know we're there. We give thanks. Zine and as me I said, the people them with the home ready for listen to teach about some things that affect Jam Down, Jam Rock, Jamaica land we love. Land of Food and Water, Bob Marley, Usain Bolt, Vibes Cartel, Buju Banton, Shelly and Fraser Price, Elaine Thompson, Portia Simpson Miller, Lisa and Mark Golden, Peter Bunting, and some more people on the hunting. Pips, good night. We're there, yeah, Mama and we soon circle.
Kaboom! Teach them! Always make sure the message reach them. You know it's Teach Them, the #1 intellectual blogging panel on the YouTube channel. Hey yo, hello! Like, subscribe, and don't forget to click the notification button. Hey yo, we always up to something. Teach them! Hey yo, hello! Send the message and make it reach them. It's Teach Them, right here. Warlord representing.
Yeah, peeps. Please take some time to share the stream on your social media statuses. You know, your Facebook story, Instagram story, WhatsApp status, your WhatsApp group. Them, you know what I mean? Make your family them know so that if them not get the notification, them for check in. You understand what I say? Peeps, give thanks. I'm tired, but the work are the work. So we have to do some things and go do some work and then go with bed. Zine, so we're there. Big up to the people them are there from early. You understand? Cleveland Morris, big up yourself. Queng Kalonji, big up yourself. Jamar Dancehall TV, all of the moderators them. Empress Testrine, big up yourself. James Bond, all of the people them in the building. Manners and respect. James, link me when the stream done. Zine, yeah peeps, so we're there. So I could get some things out of the way quick and fast, because as Kalanji once said, there is no time to waste. You know what I mean? Shall we there say I know? Boom so. Love the work, man, and the boss. Yeah. King Kalanji. Yeah, that me say. Never that me say. Alright, if I never that me say, big up yourself, said speak. Yeah, son, give thanks. Make we start with the COVID situation, no? Like, I don't even know Rasta. 5 more COVID-19 deaths and 149 new cases. Yeah? So, one of the cases was previously under investigation. So, in reality, it's really and truly 4 new deaths over the last 24 hours, because one of the 5 would have been somebody who died before but was under investigation. So, technically, it was 4. Zane, so the Jamaica on Thursday recorded 5 more COVID-19 deaths. So I'm not even sure the figure for Friday yet, for today yet. Pushing the tally to 116. So one of the cases was previously under investigation. I need to check and find the numbers them for today and see what is what. See, let me see if a Jam COVID up and running. Away there. Then I can't find it. You know, she say last. And that iOS 14 update, boy, I don't know it. Throw me out. Those who have died, a 79-year-old female from St. Catherine, a 71-year-old female from St. Catherine. Well, all the deaths are from St. Catherine. So it's a 79-year-old, 71, 76, 99, and 94. So while there were 149 new cases with ages ranging from 11 days, 11 days, Zane, why? Okay, that's new. I need to check why that is that just happened, Zane. But you know, see me say everything good. But just now see myself up this right now. You understand? So while there were 149 new cases with ages ranging from 11 days to 88 years, pushing the total to 6,704 with 4,386 being active. So of the new cases, that was yesterday too, 66 are males and 82 are females, with one case on the investigation. So in the meantime, there were 121 more recoveries, increasing the total to 2,112. Some 129 people are in hospital, with 33 being moderately ill and 15 critically ill. I always tell you to pay attention to the critically ill numbers, because those may be an indication that the fatality rate may increase soon. I mean, we don't want that, but it's just part and parcel of the reality that we're facing these days, isn't it? 12 people are in government quarantine, while 20,589 are in home quarantine. Before I go any further, so let me see if the numbers match up. Yeah, basically. So there's no update for today yet, really, only for yesterday. So now, first and foremost, condolences and my deepest sympathies to the family and friends who would have lost loved ones. This thing is serious. It some people are still taking for joke. Some people are still very casual. Some people are very nonchalant. Some people don't give a damn. You understand? So the reality that we face is that this thing may be with us for longer than we would hope. I have spoken on many occasions the implications that this will have on the economy, on the mental being. Many persons are falling in a state of depression, not being able to work, not being able to provide for the family, being locked down and living on the restrictions. Those things have psychological effects on people. We may be able to deal with it better than other people. The suicide rate is increasing. I read an article today where I think it's an 88 or 89-year-old man who was diagnosed with COVID-19, reportedly hanging himself, allegedly hanging himself in the hospital. In Jamaica, we are talking about the rates of suicide among children is increasing in a worrying way. There was another article, but I never scripted it. I'll probably share that on Sunday. So these are serious concerns. Many kids have become, I don't even know, because school is an outlet for children. You understand? School is a place where children are able to socialize, to play, to have fun, to get trouble. I mean, which is part and parcel of growing up, that have been removed from their world for the past 6+ months now. And school will resume officially on the 5th of October, which is Monday. And these children will still be at home. Many parents have become very frustrated, having to deal with work and their kids at home. So the reality is that, yes, we may be okay in a sense. We may not be as stressed as some people are. But many people are having a tough time, a rough time, a hard time. And it is imperative that each and every Jamaican, in the Jamaica context we are dealing with now, play them part in trying to deal with that situation. We're seeing more and more parties being held, more and more gatherings in contravention to the Disaster Risk Management Act and the Noise Abatement Act. And when the police get involved, police head bust up and service vehicles mash up and all sort of manner of evil. You understand what I say? So this thing, instead of improving, may even get worse, because many of us have reached a stage where it's like we don't really care no more. You understand? Because nobody feel we not dead. You understand? Our children are still alive. Our parents and grandparents are okay. We not think about the next man family. You understand what I say? Many of these 89 and 79 and 80-year-old people would have died. And them pitney and them grandpitney go out the road, go get corona care home, go get them. You see me I say? So, I don't even know. You see me? Teacher, man, almost forget. You forget a bad up. Bad man not a bad up. You understand? Because last week, the way you end the Beanie Man interview, leaving the class waiting for more. Then it's wise to teach wise. And then you have to run your class away, like, make them look forward to your next lesson. Then it's wise, me wise. You understand? Part few are forward, man. Seeing which I think is the better half of the interview, in all honesty. Seeing, so, we soon talk about the whole Beanie Man interview because we have a few things to address as it relates to that. You understand? Because some people have been trying to give me a hard time. And I want to make some people understand, say, me even do business with them, you know. You understand? But we get to that. The people even know. You understand? So watch you know. We see now where the so-called leader of the free world, one Donald Trump, has tested positive for the coronavirus. Donald Trump would have had a lot to say on many occasions. Some outbursts being imbecilic, the highest level of stupidity that you can imagine, and I wish no harm or ill health on no one. Then I hope that the president is able to recover. However, I'm certain he would be probably doing, but then knowing him, probably not. Some reflection on some of his utterances and pronouncements and announcements and thing. So he has been flown to a military hospital. So there were frantic scenes in Washington this afternoon when I think Marine One landed on the lawns of the White House to perform, well, it's a medical evacuation per se. And to take the president, I think 79-year-old president, to a military hospital. The strangest thing is that in the midst of the election campaign, I know that the conspiracy theorists are having a field day. Some people are saying it is a move to keep him relevant, his name relevant in among the electorate, and to move the attention from the next brother there, Joe Biden. I mean, even for sure, I am not even following this electoral campaign because he's 74. Then he look like 79 still. You understand? I am so disinterested in the American political system these days. Zane, everybody who knows me know how I feel about Donald Trump. So I hope he pulls through. And as such, he will now realize that this thing is real. You understand? And people's lives are at stake. And as such, he will now treat with sufficing that he remains president of the United States after this election on the 3rd of November, I think. Him do some sensible things. You understand? Yeah. I did not even watch the debate. I have not seen any clippings of the debate. The only thing I know of the debate is some headlines that I see being circulating like in the media. I mean, I read no article. I got to understand that the Jamaican election debates were miles ahead in terms of organization, in terms of delivery, in terms of sensibility than the land of the free and the home of the slave. I mean, the home of the brave election. You understand? So, I don't even know. Right now, Jamaican electoral Jamaican electoral process is showing more maturity than the United States in many respects. Who would have thought? You understand? So, I am not going to come here come say nothing bad about the president. He would have said all things bad already. You understand? My daughter had sent me the link saying I should watch, but I was a bit busy. But if she said it, come give me, I would watch it because she asked me. In the morning, she tell me all things, and she, trust me, she speaks way above her age, and she's more in tune to it than many adults would be, and she has her opinions. Quite a number of her opinions may be aligned to her father. Not having any discussion with me. She has formulated those opinions on her own. I am not a parent who would impose my political beliefs or views on my children. You understand? But she is forming those opinions. Trust me. So, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. Oh, me did have some picture with Mr. Trump, you know. Yeah, but you know what I think. I mean, yeah. So you know, peeps, as I was saying earlier, as it relates to the Jamaican context, many people are taking this thing for a joke. You understand what I say? Many things. I was very busy watching Teacher interview, so didn't have time for that mockery. Many people are taking the COVID thing for a joke. For example, I know many people who have been basically in isolation for months now. Many people have been so cautious. Zine, but the reality is that those people's efforts may come to naught because of some other people around. So no matter how you try to balance the thing, you say you have some man around so I cancel out the thing. You feel what I say? I deliberately chose to stop working after I interviewed Beanie Man. I mean, going on to do interviews. I mean, Mark, me did stack up on some interviews. You understand? I would have interviewed Beanie Man like early August. See? And thing. And I just decided that it was just too risky considering the fact that I have a very young child at home. Zine, and you have some people a party, daggering settings. You understand? Pool party, beach party, house party, birthday party, political party, all sort of party. You understand? Some people have gone as far as trying their best to outsmart the security forces who are trying their best to clamp down on these entities and locations where these things are going on. I want to listen to look us up here. Let me show you what I go on in the country. No, what I go on here. You see me? Promoters get creative and made lockdown. So last Friday, John, I suppose name change, a Kingston party promoter turned his biennial round robin into a day rave at his bar. He stated that because of the 8 p.m. curfew, he had no other choice but to be creative. The way the thing set now, you can't just have a normal round robin because most of the people them in round robins work a day. So evening them would come through their money, he said. As Jamaica battles the COVID-19 outbreak, the government has put in various measures including the nightly island-wide curfew. Event permits have been on hold as the government tries to prevent large gatherings. So this party promoter, who journalists spoke to, stated that they too have opted to hosting their events in the day. All admitted that they did not seek permits for their events. Now remember, you can't get no permits for your event, because them not grant no permit. You understand what I say? So then, the moment you keep the event illegal. You see me? One on a piece, let me do some things. Grade 9 diagnostic test. Alright. Mary, so we'll start with John. Mary had a little lamb, but with a John this time. Mary, who resides in St. Catherine, said while her round robin started at 11 a.m. on Sunday, she did not officially close her doors until after 8 p.m. Remember, the curfew started at 8 p.m. Many bar operators close by 7 p.m. to allow patrons enough time to get home before curfew. When me say 7 o'clock I come, I'm gonna start make no money yet. And more than half of the people them in the drink out never come pay them hand yet. I had to send out a small broadcast. Me close my bar door and play the music really low, and everybody who are coming have to say a specific secret word or else the door now open. I wonder if the secret word is we are going dead now. Miss Mary, is all that? What the secret code? We are going dead, man. Oh, come in. Yeah, man, I must be got dead eye password, cause you know so them want eat. Watch out, we shout with it. Yeah. So she say, I know, I close my bar door and play the music really low, and everybody who come in have to say a specific secret word or else the door now open. Eh? On the outside, it wouldn't look like anything I keep. And I like say, I want to do this, you know, but I have kids and a party and them little events here, I do from them born to take care of them. I understand the hustle, you know. I not telling no lie. Zane, I understand the hustle. But the reality is that we have to confirm. You understand? We have to confirm. Else the thing not. So it's going to take you longer to make some good money if we keep on to do them things here. You understand? Catch it. It's the secret code. Mark from Kingston said he managed to host his annual day rave without any incident, but said he informed his guests that they were partying at their own risk. Food have to eat same way, although we not make what we used to make anymore. Some people wear them mask and some don't, cause them can't drink in a mask. But me tell everybody before me send out the invite, say it's their responsibility to look out for the blue light. So there is always a watchman, he said. He said that things are tight for everyone as people even ask to help clean the venue to get a little change. The police have been imploring persons to obey all orders issued under the Disaster Risk Management Act as the orders are in place for their safety. I mean, this is a dilemma that we face. You understand? It's almost conflicting because I understand that the youth some feed food have to go up on the table, but the reality is that at what expense? You understand? The more of these events that continue to take place in aid of putting food on the table, I go extend the time when food can't go up on the table, you know. You understand? That is why I was so adamant in, say, July, early July, mid-July, that we don't need to be just managing the COVID pandemic. We need to stamp it out. So every time the numbers them decrease, we free up a little thing. Then we open the borders. I mean, you have countries who did kind of get a thing, like New Zealand, for example, and they have spikes again. That will happen. But the reality is, and there's this thing that, oh, COVID is not going anywhere, so we need to learn to live with it. No, we need to try to conquer COVID. And if we can't conquer COVID, then we try to coexist with COVID. So I think the rhetoric is wrong. I think the approaches sometimes are wrong. Zine, I am for, if you are fight an enemy, you know, give your enemy the opportunity to regroup and reorganize and strengthen. You rub out your enemy. Go read the Art of War, man. You understand what I say? So, at the end of the day, peeps, some of the approaches need, well, I don't even know, sir. Probably me, I look on it from a different angle. Zine versus the government. Zine and the technocrats and the experts. Zine. But in my own layman head, like, I just think if we had stayed a little longer trying to keep this thing on a level, the numbers gonna be where they are. Zane and thing. So I don't know still. But for the people them out there, this thing will last as long as we allow it to last. Yeah? These events that we are keeping will only extend the time when you can't eat a food. So yes, you eat a little food and now. But how long you can continue to eat a little food versus you go and hold off until you can eat some real food again. I do some me pre the thing still. You understand? As me I say, but people are going to say about teach, you get your salary at the end of the month, and plus you use a YouTuber, you make money. You understand? Yeah, but we still try to do the thing on a level said way and try to play our part in the thing. I understand say many Jamaicans don't have a monthly salary like I do. You understand? Zane or job security as a teacher like I do. I understand them things. I tell you the truth. And yes, my side hustle, which is really and truly my second job because that's how me treat it. You understand what I say? But the reality is that sometimes if you want to go, you know that if you go run and you might run until snot in your mouth and under your chin, but then eventually your cold you get better. You understand? So I suppose it's a delicate situation. I mean, it's all well and good for sit down and look upon it from through my eyes. But some people I look upon it through for them eyes and it's rough for them too. But I mean, I know, yeah, man. Me I tell you the truth. As I say, I understand the need to feed one's family. You understand what I say? But these things are too risky. You understand? It only causes problems if it exists and linger longer. And at the end of the day, we same one it a got hurt and cause. You understand? I have discussed with some of my friends and colleagues, Zane, and I even share my perspective the last stream that the reality that we face is that even teachers and police and soldiers and them people they may have to start think twice about them salary because the country now make the money. You understand? I mean, give thanks, say despite the challenges, public sector workers still collect them full salary. But the reality is that we may have to ban with belly and be satisfied down the road if the thing linger. Zine, and yes, if you have the opportunity for open your shop in the day, your bar in the day, you do that. But then if you think for close 8 o'clock, you close the thing family. If you not keep the event, not keep the event family. You understand what I say? Because you have people out there who have been so cautious and so careful. Zine and I try to play for them part. And then you just, yeah man, reduce salary mean for now. Yeah man, that we mean. Zine? I mean, you have the NIR and them things there still. So that might be way off. But then you still have to be cognizant because none of us know how long this thing will linger for. You see me the point? So we just have to try to play with part to deal with the thing on a level, brother. I don't leave my house if I don't have to leave my house. And if I have to leave my house more time, I don't want to leave my house. You see me I say? So, I mean I know still. And the thing reach a stage where police either bust up when them try to turn off some things. Police vehicle mash up when them try to turn on some things. Some man play Russian roulette with them life and hide and seek with police bridging. You see me? The people them uptown back of them big fence and big gate. I keep house party and pool party. So I don't want to feel like say I just downtown people and midtown people are violate it, you know. You have some rich guy up on the hills them. You understand? I play folly too. You see me? Like them feel like say COVID can pass through them money. You see me? Like COVID can walk through them bank account and them pocket and them wallet. Remember say you know, information surfaced that in Kingston the largest concentration of new cases are in uptown communities, you know. You see me I say? But my grandmother normally tell me something, say, these people, them I feel. Cause watch ya, more persons breaching COVID-19 prevention orders. And you know why too? Because you see the fines them a monkey business, party shop business settings. You understand? The police are reporting that more people have started to breach COVID-19 prevention orders after realizing they would not face serious consequences. Then a human nature that if you know say nothing now go on, then you know just do things said way. Senior Superintendent Stephanie Lindsay, Communication Officer at the Jamaica Constabulary Force, said there was a greater compliance with the orders in the early stages of the management of the pandemic as persons were unsure how the virus would affect Jamaica. Persons were of the view that restrictions were stringent. So, the moment they found out that it was really more about persuasion and getting persons to conform and to change their behavior based on their personal responsibility. Once they found out that was not the case, people would try to put on these events and other than prosecuting them under the Noise Abatement Act for not having a permit. It is a Disaster Risk Management Act that we are using. Once you tell them to leave and they leave, and they are not in breach. She said persons have been finding various ways to hold entertainment events and gather at night in breach of the curfew orders. Yeah? So, at the end of the day, Maya's Glam, good night, Empress. Oh, we went through, yeah, my primary schoolmate. Richard Primary and Junior Ideas. Zane Maya, reach out to me on Instagram, now teach them 16. Zane, so when you get the time, just clock in. You understand me? I say, big up yourself, Empress. Me I tell you the truth right now. The Maya Glam thing now work out for me. Still, me know you probably don't want to state the real name. And me was a boy them time, they good as day if remember the real name still. But just hit me up on IG and let me know what is what. You understand? Because when you find the people them from our youthful days, we give thanks. You see? Appreciate the support as well. And big up yourself. Yeah. Alright, peace. I can move on now, cause I don't even know what else to say about the COVID situation. I'm tired to talk about it. You understand what I say? I'm just tired to talk about it. That is all it is. I'm tired. You see? Because back to my grandmother, who can hear shall feel. You understand? And you know what? People are still out there preaching and teaching that COVID not real, you know. And COVID is so designed to scare people and establish the new world order. So them people they were dead. Like, I don't know Rasta. See? So whether real or not real, me no want to find out, you know, brother. Because you have young people, healthy people who are dead, you know. So not just all people are dead, it's just that they are more vulnerable because they have pre-existing conditions. You understand? Jaja. Search on for men who abducted and raped women in Spanish Town. No. Why the man them keep on and rape a woman them? See? Based on my experience, I talk about my experience. You know if you too look no woman them days here, Rasta. As you go out the street, so the woman them look on you some type of way. You understand? They must study you like. And think, when you say hi, is your girl, then we don't understand. You understand? And you know the funniest thing? Many of these boy. The police are searching for two suspects who abducted and raped a woman shortly after she boarded a taxi in Spanish Town, St. Catherine. You see that taxi something there, man? The incident happened last weekend, so about 8 o'clock Sunday night, the 24-year-old woman boarded the taxi which had two men aboard. She shouldn't go up on him. I know she could as want to reach home. You understand? I know she could as want to reach home. And she probably want to reach where she go. You understand? But I always telling them, say, ladies, I always telling them about you shouldn't. Don't board a taxi where I just man alone depend it. You understand what I say? You can't just say woman them now because the woman them a work with man. Some of the man them, you know, because we have heard cases where women have been planted in vehicles to pose as passengers and they are in collusion with taxi operators, you know, and women have been kidnapped and raped, you know. Zine, but at least take a chance. You understand? You see that woman there, you should have want police. You understand? You should have a police officer. And she have either a service pistol or a license firearm on her. The taxi driver turned off into bushes, and one of the men reportedly pulled a firearm and robbed the woman. She was then sexually assaulted by the men. Good night, Auntie Carl. How are you? The Empress that couldn't be your daughter in a family. The Empress that couldn't be your sister, you know. Couldn't be your cousin, you know. Couldn't be a woman. See me the pan? And you see the thing is, these are the men who are give bad name to good taxi drivers, you know. Because you have good taxi drivers out there. But then, how you go separate the sheep from the goats? When the whole of them are eat grass. Sheldon, I'm not familiar with that incident. Recently, you know, bro, I kind of out of touch sometime with the thing because I'm preparing for work. And that is a challenge and a half on many respects. Not just as a teacher, but as somebody who has senior teacher responsibilities. So, you know, you're responsible for a set of people as well. Plus, you know what I mean? So, for the last 2 weeks, I have been in meetings every day, sometimes 2, sometimes 3, one day even 4 meetings for the day. You understand? So sometimes a lot of things kind of miss me. See, and I have been wanting to do a video upon Bunways for the longest time. I'm gonna get through that. I wanted to do a video about the gun salute situation. I'm gonna get through that. So I just saw a thing sometimes. So sometimes I miss some of these things. See, even when my time not as occupied as now. So, you know, sometimes if somebody who view the channel and really send something come give me, sometimes I just slip under the radar still. So I'm not really sure what really happened or the new development. Teacher, this is the only way some men can get sex. Them don't have any lyrics. But black man, but you don't need no lyrics to get no girl these days, brother. Some girls just want your eye contact and it done, brother. They just tell me, I tell you. You understand? You don't even have to tell her nothing. You see me? She talk to you. Yeah, man. Bunways was one of the alleged killers involved in the police shooting in Maxfield the other day. Apparently, he has a mean streak. So I've been wanting to do, you know, the ORD series there, but I'm gonna get around to it. You see me? Brother, all the thing I go here now, you go certain places like on the back road ends, price drop, little and nothing. You understand what I say? So the money where them buy gas, I take with people pitney and people, sisters and cousins and them something that. Them go on a back road, them get the whole of back road for them money. Because I tell you say thing cheap. Is hear me here still. I'm just tell you me here, because next thing the people ask about teaching all you know, then is hear me here. Then what you want to do? Me hear things. You see? So I don't know still, peeps. That young lady, I am first and foremost, I am happy that she is still alive, Zane. But she has been scarred for as long as she live. You see me I say? She has been scarred now. See me? I hope that her medical checks reveal that she has not contracted any STIs, STDs, because, boy, I'm going to know still. You see? Be my hear me here about it. Then tell people, tell me things, man. You understand? I know enough youths in the streets, you know. You see, and enough of viewers them know things too, and them link me as a teacher, you know, said that this a go on price drop on these things. Then it's the hear me here. You see me? I sincerely hope that some investigation is ongoing. The police are devising some plans or strategies to apprehend these men. It would have been very prevalent on some of the Portmore routes in the past. The Spanish Town route has been like that for a long time. There are times when it kind of cooled down, but it has been there. I remember one of the cases in Portmore, a policewoman would have been planted as a passenger in one of the suspects' vehicles, and when them turn off, problem like, you understand? We need some more of them situation there. Zane sets up some dragnet and some traps for them. You understand? Cause the man them need to stop bridging. You feel what I say? And some of the man them is like sex no make no sense to them if them not have a fight, if them not have a force feed. If a girl just give them so them not have they can't rise to your cage. So if they not have a fight feet, I will send them, man. Me can't understand how a man for find sexual gratification out of raping a girl. She not enjoy it. Like, then what you do? Then if you have sex with a girl and enjoy it, it's better you top. If you have sex with a girl and she not feel it, you better you leave her alone. They just stop push by you there. Any miglap, any stroke, you just leave it there. Because it's sex enough for you alone in the family. You answer them, you say. These can't be for you alone. If the sex are for you alone, go sex yourself. Is that me I say? Say if the empress not enjoy the thing, then and then she would have been in fear and she would be like, no, I understand. Hey Samir, how are you, little one? Hope you're okay. It's good to see you. You see me? I could deal with some more things, you know. Big up to the police, them when I do some work in IT. You see me? Eh. What is that saying? If both parties enjoy a wrong day night, yeah, brother, it don't make no sense. Don't make no sense, Bridget. It's not for you alone, and then if it's for you alone, you gotta do it by yourself. You see me? Police seized firearm and several rounds of ammunition in Kingston. You know, me love them news here, and them news are good news. One firearm and several rounds of ammunition was seized by the Rollington Town Police on Carmona Drive in Kingston on Tuesday, the 29th of September. Police reports are that about 3:27 a.m. a team of officers were patrolling the area when they observed a man riding a bicycle. He was signaled to stop, however, he disobeyed. The police gave chase and the man removed a firearm from his waistband and aimed in the direction of the police, who fired at him. The firearm, a Beretta 9mm pistol and one magazine with 12 9mm rounds, a cell phone, and the bicycle were seized. The suspect managed to escape. The man ran left in shoes and in bicycle. Yes, and I don't know if he was shot. Apparently none of the police officers received any injuries. That is good. We give thanks to that. You know what I mean? Because it thing dread. You see me I say? Then finna, then this is only so you can really have sex by yourself. Then is this that you good as I forgot do. You understand me I say? So 18-year-old charge on the Larceny and Firearms Act. So 18-year-old Akeem Thomas of Garbally Drive in Spanish Town, St. Catherine was arrested and charged under the Larceny Act and Firearms Act following an incident on Monday the 14th of September. So reports from the Spanish Town Police are at about 3:45 a.m. the complainant was in his yard when Thomas and two other men armed with guns alighted from a beige Toyota Axio motor car. The men proceeded to rob him of Jamaican $40,000, US $1,026, one Samsung J3 cellular phone valued at Jamaican $20,000, one T-Mobile cellular phone valued at Jamaican $40,000, and a pair of Apple iPods valued at US $100. I must AirPods them there. You understand? You can't iPad them there. And iPad value $100. Thomas was later arrested and charged. His court date is being finalized. It sounds like that person had just come from a foreign door. 5 wanted men nabbed under new police military initiative. So 5 men who were wanted for a number of serious crimes within the corporate area are now in police custody following the launch of a new police military crime fighting initiative on Wednesday the 23rd of September. So the initiative, which was put in place by the high commands of both the JDF and the JCF, has been geared towards targeting gangs and major crime syndicates across the island. This would then sound like Operation Kingfish like. In custody, Ian Somerville, otherwise called Buju, who was wanted for the murder of Jerome Harris on June 20, 2019. One Williams have in there. See, now gonna make no sense. Sean Williams, who was wanted for the double murder of Delroy Small and Desmond Chambers, as well as shooting in the Kingston Western Police Division. Ian Nash Bryson. Then if you look on your boy Pitney and call him Ian Nash. Like, is Ian at this with SH pan, you know? See? Who was wanted for a shooting in the Kingston Western Police Division. What is? Francois Morris. Otherwise called Cruz. Then you see that name didn't work out well. And I remember Cruz from down on that place around that part there. See? Who was wanted for a shooting in the Kingston Western Division. Naketa Leslie, otherwise called Frilly Q. So it's a next woman named this, and then know how you feel up on your son and call him Naketa. Then me know somebody very close to me who named Naketa, and then there's a girl named that, man. Otherwise called Frilly. Oh, you're a man, and your name Frilly. Frilly Q. You can't be bad man and your name Frilly Q. That don't make no sense. Yeah, son. Let me put the name in that thing there. The Nash brother name. See it there? I want to pronounce that for me there. Iron, I see when I see the name there. See it? But him name Avanash in name still. The girl name again. Like Avagay. Me don't know. And then this a brother name. Him name Naketa. I'm telling me know one lady named Naketa. And Naketa nickname, him name now Frilly Q. Then Frilly Q say my bad man, you know. Brother, you can't talk to me with the name. You have to forget one name and come back. You can't bad me up with the name there. Frilly Q. Frilly Q can't talk to me with the name. Brother, go change the name and circle. Because right now I can't take you serious. Because you're a bad man with girl name. Then that makes sense to you? Then he could as walk and gone. He couldn't even bother with me neither. The combined efforts of the security forces are expected to continue to see the dismantling of criminal gangs in the corporate area and the wider Jamaica, released from the corporate communications unit said. Be Frilly Q. I walk, I shoot people. Frilly Q. Batman, Frilly Q. Miss Ina mean good night. I appreciate the contribution, Big up yourself. Senlar Thompson, manners and respect. If a George spread out look a bit like, cause I can name them there. Don't walk a fast with people and Devo have good name. So peeps, I sight up one video, as I say, I wanted to cover the story, but I was so caught up in trying to prepare for school, for work and stuff, that I never get around to do it. Zane, spread out with the focus self. Indicom are currently monitoring police probe of gun salute at cops. 9 night. So the Independent Commission of Investigations, Indicom, has said it is closely following the recent development concerning the alleged discharging of firearms by a police officers at a vigil that was being held for a deceased policeman in rural St. Andrew. 4 police officers were placed on interdiction after a video was seen on social media showing men believed to be Jamaica Constabulary Force members engaged in a mass gun salute at the recent event. See? Responding to the development, and before we even go to the gun business, me understand, say, the police officer died. Yeah, we spoke about that unfortunate development. But yes, the police can't be trying to enforce the law with them are break. Because in the video, I say, no social distancing now go on. A be a close contact business, me I say. So it means, yes, you're grieving the person in your colleague, and I understand that. But the same police will go next week somewhere about the place and go tell people so them to go home or lock off the weight because no social distancing practice. So I want to say officers, me understand and condolences and my sincere sympathies, Zane. But you cannot be breaking the same law where you are trying to tell people to uphold. Then that don't make no sense. You understand? Because when I see the video, is a million people me see. And that one look like a night settings. So it's good as all after curfew hours. So me want to say to the police them say, despite the fact say you're grieving, you still have to set some example like. Because some of them same police here would then go and some of that 9 night and wait, go send home people and tell people lock off the thing because a curfew hours and no social distancing and them something there. You feel what I say? I just make you know that still. While me extend my deepest sympathies and condolences to the police force and the friends and family of the deceased police officer. Yeah? You know we're there to support the police them. You know we believe in a law and order. And we want a reduction in crime and criminality. But you can't break the same law them when you try to uphold. Then that don't make no sense to me. You can't enforce a law around here so you broke family. You see me? So you know, responding to the development, Indicom said the discharging of firearms by members of the security forces remain one of the top 5 incidents being investigated by the commission annually. I have seen police officers at party. Well, I never did the party, but I remember what in Orcharius a couple of years back. As a matter of fact, is an ex-police died. And that police who died is the brother of a very close female friend of mine. See? Gun salute business, you know. A boss gun in a dance, you know. A salute in a dance, you know. And next police get shot, you know. You understand? So responding to the development, Indicom said the discharging of firearms by members of the security forces remain one of the top 5 incidents being investigated by the commission annually. Officials from the investigative body made the claim while commending the speedy response and the action by the JCF and the Commissioner of Police on the matter. Whilst the Commission will have an oversight role in the investigation of the gun salute incident, the enquiries are being led by the JCF's Criminal Investigations Branch (CIB) and the Inspectorate and Professional Standards Oversight Bureau, said in the coming release. IPROB, which is the long name we just call, has kept the Commission fully informed of the decisive actions taken to date with regard to identifying officers and securing forensic material and will continue to provide updates, the release said. So the commission further advised that gun salutes are illegal and the consequences of such inappropriate use of firearms can have adverse effects, including causing injury or death. All firearm holders, both government and privately issued, are reminded of their duty to operate the weapon under the laws and the policies for which it was assigned. Jaja, I'm glad nobody never get hurt still, but we could have been having a different conversation right now. Yeah, something I say? Top Max, big up yourself, you know. Top Max are Empress, don't. Big up yourself, you know, Empress. I want me get that right. Thanks so much for the continued support and we appreciate the contribution. Likewise, Miss Ina Mead, I think I tell her thanks earlier. Yeah, something I say? Jaja. Student pilot granted bail on illegal gun and ammunition importation charges. A student pilot has been offered bail in court locally on charges related to importing illegal guns from the United States to Jamaica through the mail. Why? When you thought you have seen it all, eh? When you think you'd have seen it all, you realize that not go so. You don't see how fight yet. The accused, identified as Ricardo Douglas, was on Tuesday offered bail in the sum of $900,000 when he appeared in the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court. Douglas, 31, is facing charges of conspiracy to import firearm and conspiracy to import ammunition. It is alleged that in August of this year, 2 firearms were found in a package that was sent to Jamaica by Douglas's girlfriend. Douglas's attorney, when you guess what Douglas' attorney? One of and Samoy Campbell, in their bail application in court, said that the Crown had failed to establish that Douglas had any knowledge of the firearms, especially because the package that was seized was not sent to him. The matter is set for a mention in court on December the 8th. Any follow up on the Pembroke Hall killing? Radical Tommy. Which remind me of which Pembroke Hall killing that from? Cause as me dad explained earlier, sometime me not get for follow up everything. Yeah man, Peter Champagne man. Yeah man, the boss Champagne, you know. See? And thing. You see me? So I just saw them man the thing go. You see? Yeah man. Last week Thursday, I could have missed that in a radical. Right, maybe I miss a few things recently. I try to get my thing together still. But normally with the start of the school year, I am a little bit out of touch for a few weeks until I get the thing together. Toots funeral to Country Road. I think Toots is being buried in Maypen. I see it somewhere. I was supposed to read it, but I never get around. So I have to read it and see what I go on. But I think Toots will be buried in Maypen. The man, girl, mail one gun to it. Real good youth. Oh, look like you know him, Tommy. My condolences. But as I said, I've been miss a few things recently. But I soon get myself back together, man. Just give me a little time. See, when I get the start of the school year up and running and try to balance the thing and make sure the thing will work, you know, despite the challenges moving online and them something there. You see? And thing. Yeah man, Maypen Clarendon man. Peter Bug Juice. You see me? And peace, I know how I look on the camera, you know. The camera kind of is not the same camera we been a stream. The camera we normally use to stream with the main camera, so see it over here, so. You understand? You can see the difference in the lookings, you know. You know what I mean? The quality, you know what I mean? So we just take time and improve the thing them and them something. You see it? The new camera, old camera. When I look bad still, you know. Yeah, so I just probably need to get a look better lens. I'm gonna sell that camera there too still. I don't even know. But you know, that's a try. I'm an overhead camera. I don't know what's wrong with it. When I set up some things the other day and then if it's some strange reason now come on, then I need to check back the connection because the way up so like. You understand? But one of them time, yeah man. Yeah man. Video look like 4K. I not tell you man. Give thanks. Give thanks. Stuart say me look wide. Yeah, man, we don't really know still. Then if I say that about my face, what you then say about my hand? So my real color, yeah, this is not my real color. This is the sun color, like. Then this is my real color. Then I don't know where I get this pale color from still, but that me get, that me work with. You understand? Eh? Where you go about it? You see me? Yeah, peeps. Yeah, I'm also testing something else, so I'm kind of watch. You know, want to switch or something, Zane, and think there's a next component to it. I'm not add it still, but that's you know, keep it thing going. You see me? I don't want to make no this, so I'm tap. Alright. I keep moving. Your copper bad. Bad. I would have said my copper color bad, brother. I don't know where I get this a complexion from, like. You understand? But say, I don't even know still. But I will get, so we just work with it like. But me's a black man still. You understand? Yeah, man. Me's a African, true and true. No two ways. You see? One robber killed it. I would have shared some info on this story the last stream, which was on Sunday. But me never have all of the details. I'm a little bit more info, you know. See, they do that. See, so I go on. You good? Boy, me miss you. Me I tell you. Me wish you did there for leave. God know. You understand? But what does I try make do? We do I go and still I try, you know, put the best foot forward. But Jaja, me hope you're alright though. One robber killed in supermarket heist, yeah? An unidentified robber was shot and killed and another shot and injured. Una listen to that movie here. It's a summary, movie summary this here. Una listen what I go on. Listen this here. An unidentified robber was shot and killed. This name episode 69 in Jamaica is not a real place. Because it's a 69 type of sickness here. There is a different thing. This is a regular something. An unidentified robber was shot and killed and another shot and injured after they were challenged by a plainclothes policeman and a licensed firearm holder during a robbery at a supermarket in Hopewell, Hanover last Saturday. A whole heap of things are going on in Hanover and we soon get to it. Then 69 is a different number, like it's a different situation. This is a straight. A customer was also shot and injured by the gunmen and is presently in hospital in serious but stable condition. The injured robber is reportedly in critical condition under police guard. You see? Listen what going on now. Reports are that shortly after 6:45 p.m., the operators of Country's supermarket were closing up for the day when 5 men traveling in a Toyota motor car drove up. They then jumped out of the vehicle and held up a group of persons who were sitting outside the supermarket at gunpoint. The gunmen then ordered a male employee to open the grill. They then forced their way inside the establishment. The cop and the licensed firearm holder were among the few shoppers still inside. 3 of the gunmen stood on the outside while the other 2 physically abused some of the customers and proceeded to rob the cashiers of an undetermined sum of cash. They were then challenged by the cop and the firearm holder. A heated gun battle ensued. The gunmen attempted to run from the supermarket with a bag containing the stolen loot when they were shot multiple times. They managed to escape in the waiting motor car. The Sandy Bay police were summoned and upon arrival, the wounded customer was rushed to hospital. But moving on, there's a twist like. It is also reported that the gunmen drove to the Noel Holmes Hospital. The Noel Holmes Hospital is becoming very infamous, I'm soon telling you a few things. It is also reported that the gunmen then drove to the Noel Holmes Hospital in Lucy, where they dumped Their wounded cronies outside the hospital gate before speeding off. It's like a movie. Girl, you a star of the show. I don't remember the song them. But I know it. The Noel Holmes Hospital have been. I will talk about them things Sunday, because I never get to really familiarize myself enough with the stories leading up to this stream. I understand say there was the death of a heavily pregnant woman out there recently. And also another one where a baby died and then buried the baby without knowledge, without the parents knowing. One whole little thing. So Noel Holmes Hospital, their name run other part, they run other place. Teach, we need to start writing some scripts and call it real lifetime story. Yo, it thinks that I'm weird, Gregory, but I tell you the truth. You see me? So like a scene in Shatters, but I tell you. Man, then carry them friend and go dump off run a Noel Holmes and take with themselves. 5 of them should then get shot. Man slapped with gun charges after being hit in exchange with cops. Detectives from the Kingston Western Police Division have charged a man with illegal possession of firearm and illegal possession. You would have heard his name in the wanted man list one night time there. With illegal possession of firearm and illegal possession of ammunition and assault at common law, after he allegedly assaulted and fired gunshots at the police on Darling Street in downtown Kingston on the 25th of September. The accused is 27-year-old Ian Somerville, otherwise called Buju, unemployed of Wellington Street. But him can find bullets, put that gun and find gun. Reports are that a security operation was being conducted about 11:30 a.m., during which Somerville pulled a firearm from his waistband and fired at the police. The law enforcers returned the gunfire and Somerville was shot in his right arm. He was disarmed and assisted to hospital where he was treated. He was charged on Wednesday, September 30, so a date for his court appearance is being finalized. We have been speaking about shootings after shootings after shootings in central Kingston since an election day shooting. It's not done. 5 injured in central Kingston drive-by shooting. 5 persons were shot by gunmen along Coverley Road in the Kingston Central Police Division on Wednesday. Persons were sitting along Coverley Road about 1:20 p.m. when a vehicle drove up. Men alighted and opened gunfire at the crowd. It was discovered that 5 persons were shot. They have been admitted to hospital. Almost 30 spent shells were recovered from the scene. Alleged gunplay during dispute over woman between plumber and farmer. You know, say, think about all of the shows them want to watch with major wars. Think about Troy. The Battle of Troy started because of a woman. I which other war going over a woman? Enough of the war, I don't remember them in a made now. You understand? So now we have a plumber. Them man they lay pipe. And a farmer, them man they plant seed. We could help that. I could help that. Teach it wrong about Damian Crawford for president. Lisa me say me did wrong, but I never said Damian Crawford should be the president of the People's National Party. I said that Damian Crawford is interested, so I don't know how you come by that. You understand? He stated that he was interested. I'd never tell us that Damian Crawford should be the president of the PNP. I could have never said that. You understand? So me don't know. Hey, so back here now. Seed plant and pipe layer. I don't know Rasta. Hey. Senton again, you know. But I don't know. I don't know Rasta. The Senton police have arrested and charged 33-year-old Christopher Watson, otherwise called Max, a plumber of Philadelphia district in Brownstown, Senton, with illegal possession of firearm and ammunition, and discharge a firearm within 40 feet of a public space following an incident in his community on Friday the 25th of September. Reports are that about 6 p.m., Watson and a farmer had a dispute over a woman, during which Watson left and allegedly returned with a firearm. Watson then fired several shots in the air at the farmer's gate, then left the scene. Why? The matter was reported to the police and an investigation was launched. Watson was subsequently arrested and was charged on Tuesday, September 29. A date for his appearance in court is being finalized. Then find the gun. When you don't know, say if gun involved and then you find the gun, you know a pipe iron business, you know, ankle and elbow and knee and them place, you know, nose bridge and forehead. We now let them with no big pipe iron and then forehead, and we also look at iron like, you know what I mean, like one half an inch like, and you wrap it with piece of iron in a nose bridge. Boom, which by a gun there, brother, gun me one. Then I wear fire in a ear, a slingshot in a knee cup. With a bigger look up, one pipe a little bit bigger. Boom in a knee, no ankle, boom in a elbow. Shoot out elbow, boom in a gun me one. Then it's where you fire over there. Then man them a fight for soil. The farmer want sow him seed and the plumber want lay him pipe in a good soil. The man them a eat that, you know. Aye, sir. I don't, yo, Jaja. Omari! Want go on family? You know say the I did forget the I a link, but the I did busy, brother. You understand me? I say, P. Ferguson lucky you is not a police. Then it's gun me want, then where gun there? Then me have any man, me not have a gun. Then that make no sense to me, you know. You understand me? I say the gun is still out there. Can still, it's me want the gun. If me I charge of illegal possession of firearm, I want the gun for carry go court. This is evidence here and this is gun and fire. Then me I charge of illegal possession of firearm and you not got it. Me I want the gun. So then you have to go tell me where your gun there. You understand me? I say, me just, you know, like when you have a touch at people them, you understand, and them have them whole heap of tool. Me just want some pipe iron, but I want them in a different size and length. You understand? And then, I don't want them too big, you know, because I don't want to kill nobody, you know. I just want them nice little size and length. The ankle man and elbow man and knee cup man and toe and finger knuckle and them place. I wish Anna use. Give me your index finger. Broke your knuckle. Then gun me one. Then it's what you mean. It is illegal gun you are charging for. Where you gun there? This is it me want. Tell them, you know. Iron Dog book for a woman's murder in St. James. I'm glad say farm and the plumber nobody not get hurt still. But we want the gun. You see me? We say a Jamaican can love farming. Mason all of them things, man. Mason wise are you that man. Mason now go fire no gun over no man gate. What's if illegal? Yes, and you see me? Iron Dog, what Cookie say? Pipe iron estate, lay it down. Iron Dog book for a woman's murder in St. James. The St. James police have charged 24-year-old. You hear what kind of year-old? 24-year-old Adrian Campbell, otherwise called Iron Dog, of Redground, Montpelier, in the parish with the murder of a woman at her home in the same community on Wednesday, September 23. The deceased woman has been identified as 38-year-old Venita Brown of Redground in the parish. So reports had at about 7:15 p.m. Campbell allegedly kicked open Brown's door and opened gunfire, hitting her in the upper body. He then fled the area on foot, but was held by the police a few hours later at his home and was charged with murder on Tuesday, the 29th of September. A date for his appearance in court is being finalized by the police. And peace, me don't want to take them look at things for granted, you know. You see how many arrests and charges are being laid? The police might do some work around here. You understand? Them things are fly over our head more time. Because, you know what I mean? But the police, them, I do some work. Then you gotta have a justice system part, and you know that part is a big problem. But the reality is that we give thanks to the police, them Rasta, because you know what I think. I don't know why Iron Dog kill a lady. You understand? Iron Dog. Son killed meters away from mother. Diana Barrett raised her hands and muttered a small prayer as tears ran down her cheeks in front of her home in Cockburn Gardens. In Cockburn Gardens, said Adjo. Her prayers were an attempt to ease the pain of losing her son, Adrian Champine, O.C. Chulups, who was gunned down on Monday meters away from her. God will help me and give me strength. You know what happened and you are in charge, she said. The distraught Barrett explained that at the time of the incident, she was accompanying her son and his friend to get a job. But me won't leave him because he was waiting on his friend. That is why me won't leave him. I was a minute away and couldn't help. I was in front of him and me only hear when my friend that I was walking with said, Chulups get shot, she said. So me spin round and by the time if I reach him, he already died. Me couldn't believe. Me a shake him and I say, wake up, she added. Oh God, if me didn't know, we just wait until another time. And the worst part is that me couldn't even take him to put him in a car to go to hospital. Wow. According to the Hunts Bay police, about 9:15 a.m., Champine and a friend were walking along Woodpecker Avenue when a motor car drove up and men armed with handguns alighted and opened fire, hitting them. The police were summoned and both men were taken to hospital. Champine was pronounced dead and the other man admitted in stable condition. My pressure gone sky high and the doctor said me have to relax. I'm going to get a stroke, but me can't manage, Barnett said. She said that her son was helpful and jovial. Him and everybody get along. Just ask about him, she said. He was also a helpful person and him not have to know you to help you. If him stand up and see an old lady a come with a bag and she can't manage, him take it and carry it. He was not a violent person. So that is why so much people feel it. Me don't want to know the cause of this. Boy, Empress Maya. I think yes. Struggle is real. Teacher, I know the family well. They were going to the cement factory for an interview. Jaja. Good night, teach. Why did it name stick? Because they answered to that name. And that go on, but that's what I tell you, so no man can call me certain name. See, I'm just look wild, that look weird. Yeah, son, you call me certain name, you move for yourself with that, man. Frilly Q. Now, peeps, there have long been a notion out there that despite the fact that the country's murder rate is so high, oftentimes you have innocent people being caught in crossfires and some people meet their death because of their family members being involved in wrongdoing. But many times, some of these murders are have been criminals and gangsters taking out each other many times. See, you know, as I notice, when I use a camera here, because the low light capability on the camera there wasn't so good. I used to see some green thing around there. So the same lighting that I use the same green screen, but now I think clean. Give thanks. Yeah, and I look at thing around back as my head look bigger. I mean I need nothing to make my head look bigger because my head different. It come in a different size. You understand? So anything for, you know what I mean, keep it on a level, we give thanks. Them head make everybody have them head. And head are custom built. So you know, it is also well documented that a lot of the murders in recent times, when me just switch on me, then me don't talk about the story, then me can't just dwell upon the sad story there, so. You understand? And the extra large head coming here, man. They made a normal head. You understand? And everybody born with them head. Then they have a special. You see me? He's a special youth. You see him? Yeah, man. Don't grudge me for my head. Them head are limited supplies. So what you know, peeps? As me I say, I know, not only are criminals killing criminals, but oftentimes these deaths are related to the guns for drug trade, the lottery scam phenomenon, or the gun rental business. Yeah, man, special order, man. You can't get them head up on Amazon. Yeah, man, you know what I mean? Yeah, man, your links are different, like. So, you know, Chelsea, boy, I hope say, you know, Memento, because we haven't started the season as well as I would have hoped. I mean, a couple of things kind of conspire against it, but we need to get the thing up and running. But I could deal with that local thing, you know. Listen, I go on night dance. Yeah, man, a limited edition at them, Mr. Davis, man, and regular. Stolen gun dispute linked to 3 Sav murders. Yes, what I say? And thing, it look like a couple Chelsea fan well in here. Zane, the best 11 has not played since the start of the season. Frank need for settle on the formation. The best formation for suit the players that we have is 4-2-3-1. You understand? I know I kind of geek out on some people, you know. I know they talk look football look a bit. Zane, so Mendy in goal for 1. Left back Chilwell, centre back Zuma and Silva, or Christensen and Silva, and right back Reece James. Zane, the 2 midfielders Kante and Kovacic. Right wing Hakim Ziyech. Number 10 central attacking midfielder. Now I remember a ball of them in my head now. Havertz, left link Pulisic, and centre forward Werner. Side hard to beat. But I could move on now. So anytime the 11 they fit, the team are go hard to beat. Remember me telling you that. But you know, you know you're a big coach on here. You know what's going on. So we could get back to your story. You understand? Sav gun biz. Yeah, so me here say one of the time you used to sell gun a lot of car back in our market on a Savalamar. So me I get to understand. You see me I say big up to all our football fans in here. If it's an Arsenal fan, big up yourself. United fan, City fan, Liverpool fan, Tottenham fans. Alright, Tottenham fans. Yeah, then no more side no left. And big up all our Chelsea fans. You understand? Anybody support no more side one of them party. Teacher, when side that side you go jail. Don't worry yourself, man. Whenever, man. We build for your future, you know, brother. That if we keep a squad together for the next 5 years, you know, man. Have silverware upon silverware, you know. Give thanks. But alright, we can move on. Me don't talk about football, no leave me alone. You understand? A dispute over an illegal firearm is believed to be the cause of the shooting deaths of 2 men and a woman and the injury of a second woman in a spate of shootings on Wednesday in Sav. You know, a man shoes missing, man get dashed away, them story are familiar, don't? So those killed have been identified as 33-year-old juice vendor Wayne Jameson, also called Papa Flex, 23-year-old Roger Reed, also called Dadaman, and 24-year-old Antonika Wedderburn, all of the Hudson Street area in Savannah, Lamar. So the injured woman, who is also from the same area, has been admitted to hospital. 5 people suspected to be involved in the shootings have been taken into custody by the police. So me tell you, the police might do some work, you know. You understand? Brocardi, Empress, what I go on in a long time, I don't see, you know, hope you're good. And indications are that they could be charged for murder, shooting, and illegal possession of firearms. So earlier this week, a gang feud reportedly developed in the Hudson Street area, also known as Russia. After it was alleged that 2 young men had stolen an illegal firearm from gang members in another section of the community. At about 10:30 a.m. on Wednesday, a group of youngsters went in search of the men in a bid to retrieve the stolen firearm. After combing sections of the community, they saw Jameson, a relative of one of the men they were searching for. The men opened fire at him and he fell dead beside the bicycle he was riding. You can't catch Quarky, you catch him short. Settings. At about 6:45 p.m., a group of armed men said to be Jameson's relatives went to another section of the community where they cornered Reed, who was linked to the earlier murder, cutting him down gangland style in a hail of bullets. During the incident, Wedderburn and the other female who were standing nearby suffered gunshot wounds. The police then carried out an operation in the community of Hudson Street and arrested 5 of the alleged gang members. All 3 murders are most unfortunate, but I am especially reaching out to the families of the slain female who was just an innocent bystander, Superintendent Robert Gordon, the commanding officer for Westmoreland, said. The police were swift in locking down the community and taking several major players into custody. He said the police were in search of more persons and asked the public to pass on any information that could help the police. So since the start of the year, Westmoreland has recorded 51 murders, which is 14 fewer than the 65 over the corresponding period last year. So, my family member allegedly thief a gun. You search my family member. You can't find my family member. You see me. Me and you now have done, you know. Me don't know about your gun. But because you look for my family member, you can't find my family member, you kill me. You see your thing set up, people? Then, you kill me, my family member, them now take that. So them circle back, phone ends, people dead. Then your family member, them now take that, them circle back, film ends, people dead. And ends get circle and innocent people just dead over 1 or 2 gun. You see what I go on now dance, peeps? Wanna see what I go on now dance? And 20, 30 years from now, the feud still a go on because it did kill my father or it did kill my brother. So me I kill back for your brother or for your father. And then for them son I come kill back for me son them and all sort of crap. And then big up to the police them for go arrest some people, you know. But what the gun them do, we kill the people them. What them gun they there? Where are those guns? No. I have often chided people on social media for various things. Especially quote unquote vloggers who knowingly disseminate false information, knowingly falsify information in a bid to convert it to views in the hope of making some money. Like, you know, we don't put the mouth on ground and talk when we talk. We don't have to call no guy name because the guys them know themselves. You understand? And if a guy not really appreciate that he didn't address it or him top, then I want to two things. And then if him address it, I waste my wasting time because then him and teach will never be in a nothing. You understand? As long as you live, you will never hear say teach and the next YouTuber have a feud. I him alone have the feud there. You understand? Because we not build our thing upon that, so our thing don't need that. So if somebody has something to say about the teacher, I so we must say and then move on. You understand? If me have something to say, I say it and I'm gone. So you will never hear say teach and the next guy in that something there. We not nothing with pants, we not nothing with brief. You understand what I say? Yeah man, we not that. You see me? So that was the side thing there. So you know, many people in a bid to make some money upon the YouTube something here, kind of dash for them morals and them values many times. And it hurt me upon a level, knowing that as content creators and influencers, I suppose, we have a certain level of responsibility to not only disseminate factual information, but also to try and use our influence to help instill the right values and attitude in our viewers. Good night, Miss Allen. How are you? It is our responsibility to, despite the fact that we're trying to make some money because of work, we are work, understand that your influence is probably greater than you think. And you should also use your platform as often as possible to do the right thing. But in a bid and in an attempt to garner views and likes and make some money, many times these people blur the lines and on many occasions step over these boundaries and lines. We spoke earlier about a situation where a young lady, 24-year-old, was kidnapped and raped in the Spanish Town area by men posing as taxi drivers. Yeah? Many stories have emerged on social media and in the media where women have been kidnapped and raped. So I'm trying to figure out why there are people out there in the social media space on the YouTube platform who would have seen it fit, found it cute to create a video depicting the abduction of a female and upload it in the name of making content. YouTube not receiving enough video to maintain a smooth stream. Then what YouTube want to do? Take up the video care over there, then what else me for do? Then me no know. Me understand? People, if a stream crash, not gone away. Me just start, just try restart the stream, yeah? Normally when me get them notification, there's something wrong somewhere in I think. Social media abduction prank on the police probe, as it should be. The Jamaica Constabulary Force says it is concerned about a video circulating on social media platforms portraying a young woman being abducted by a group of men as a prank. In a statement, the JCF said it strongly condemns the production and circulation of such content, particularly at a time when such matters are of significant national security concerns. Such social media publicity stunts aimed at garnering followers and likes must be strongly discouraged because, among other negatives, they trivialize the trauma victims have experienced. The force underscored. The video shows a woman being dragged into a vehicle by 4 men while crying profusely. It has since been deleted from the prankster's YouTube page. Social media users have also denounced the video, labeling it as triggering and distasteful. This isn't amusing, even the slightest. The post-traumatic stress disorder this can probably cause, one Twitter user wrote. The case is currently under investigation by the police, and the JSF is warning social media users that there are legal implications of such activity under the Cybercrimes Act. A long time me talking, but true nobody now listen. You understand? So, you know what I think. Me glimpsed the next video earlier before I came on, where, you know, this video where somebody dressed in some Arabic outfit walks and show this bag, suggesting it's a bomb, and people run and jump and hurt themselves and sort of something. Me see a one where them tried in Jamaica and the man run down one brother and draw a knife, and it look serious to me. I don't know if that's a prank. You understand what I say? So I don't know what I do. Just like remember back in the days, me tell when COVID just started at Jamaica, when the outbreak just started, you have people are going to a store and see people are walk on road, zine, and I drag them and say, yo, they must just sneeze or cough, so them have cut. Me tell a guy, you know, if a guy did ever see me and try the prank, let me tell him say a plank for prank, you know. Me I like about my business. First thing, the man no can run come hold on me bridging. That's the first thing. You will get hurt for that. Don't do that. The man thing, you know, no sir. That's the first thing. You can't see me a road and run come hold on me. Worse if you're a man. You're mad. Then you come tell me how all and pull me about me have corona, and then you come and skin off your teeth. Then me don't know what kind of teeth you got off your skin, because I go thump them out, you know, because I don't play them game, you know. You understand what I say? I don't see me a road, man, and them prank thing there, when we get plank, man. We don't play them game there, man. You understand what I say? We don't walk and trouble people, but don't be tricked. You will get hurt. You see me? When I see people that go about them business, you don't leave them. When you want to go prank on yourself. You understand? And everybody play that. We're not going to try that with the wrong smarty. And we not preach violence, you know. But no guy no come hold on pa me a road and not joke to him. I not run a joke with no man neither. You see me I say? I am a Muslim and trust me, it rough locally, stereotypically wise. Brother, I never know say that your religion still. You see me? But big up yourself, brother. You understand me I say? You think that we rasta. I see them top KFC, I see people going on and judge people to the line. People are run up and down and all sort of. Brother, you're mad. You can't see me big man on the road and I come like, yeah boy, I'm thumping in your face, man. You must be mad. Prank who? But then a guy see me on the road still, all if you don't know say my name teacher, I know he can't run through and joke with me. You know, I'm going to walk and smile with man. Like you're an idiot. My skin. I don't know what kind of teeth my skin after, you know. Oh. Days in confused after me lick him, man. I heard Donald Trump catch the virus. Yeah, that's the word on the street that he has tested positive for the coronavirus. And he was transported from the White House to a military hospital earlier this afternoon. So, last night we heard that he was only having mild symptoms. The word out is known that it was on his doctor's advice that he be moved to the hospital. So we don't know. We don't know if the actual state of his condition is being reported, because that may be guarded for different reasons and purposes. So we don't even know what is the truth to be true, to be honest. You understand? Yeah, man, we don't, yeah, big man, man. We don't time for them messing in the bridging. I run a, you see, when we used to take our public transportation like that, and you have man a run come, you know, no guy in a run come hold on for me, bridging. If me go in that cab there at the bus, me go in there, I don't want a man come lead me, man. Oh, yeah, man. Sure. But alright, I'm done with it with darkness tonight. Yeah, listen one next movie script. Don't listen to this. I don't move. I don't watch it. Gangsters demand inclusion in project. You know a project there? Normally upon road construction and building site and this. You know that project there? St. Richard's Primary. May I read it slow. Gangsters demand inclusion in St. Richard's Primary project. I read the article, I just see the headline and say, okay, alright. A project to repave parking lots and other sections of the compound at St. Richard's Primary on Reddills Road in St. Andrew has been halted weeks after thugs reportedly scaled the perimeter wall, demanding that they be employed on the site. Although officials are shying away from linking the invasion to the work stoppage, Superintendent Aaron Fletcher, who is in charge of the St. Andrew North Police Division, said that he had offered protection for the work to continue, but that this decision was later made to discontinue the project. School, you know, people. So the school has stopped the project because gangsters have demanded that they be a part of the project. Men demanded that the work stop until they knew what is going on. They wanted to be employed on the project, he said. Arrangements were made to take on some of these men, but at the time of my intervention, I said things could not go like that. Men could not just invade a site and demand work, and that is yielded to. What I agree with the parties concerned is that I would provide some police coverage to ensure there is no interference from thugs. Fletcher said he was later advised that the National Works Agency, which had been carrying out the works after a request from the school's Parent Teachers Association, would be pulling the plug on the project. The National Work Agency is a government body, you know. I don't want to feel like some independent contractor do the work, you know. It's the NWA. Black Mamba said Trump run for the next debate. Trump alright. Trump alright till the doctor see him, and that my grandmother used to say. That was done for a different reason other than the invasion, I believe. He said, emphasizing that there were no reports of weapons being drawn by the men. When contacted, the NWA communications manager Stephen Shaw said that the project was halted due to a history of violence in the area and the real threats that emerged on the works that were on the way. Shaw pointed to frequent events of violence unfolding within surrounding communities, saying that the NWA hoped to return to the location when there was calm. There have been frequent shootings along the Reddills Road corridor from 100 Lane to an area known as Common located close to St. Richard's Primary. With schools scheduled to reopen next week, Chairman James Dunn said the incomplete works could pose a dust nuisance. So St. Richard's are face-to-face school? He said the works were not discontinued as a result of the men invading the school, but were stopped by the NWA after they were allegedly contacted by Pauline Samuda, the wife of Member of Parliament Carl Samuda, after she inspected the project. One of the main parking lots we were hoping to have resurfaced is actually worse than before. They had started the work. The tractor was there, dug up some of the area. Marl was dumped to do resurfacing, but the marl has not been thrown out as yet, and everything has stopped. With the rain, I don't even know if the material will be reusable, he said. I would love for the NAA to come back in and finish the job they started. So Carl Samuda is the MP for that general area. But how Carl Samuda wife get involved in this? I don't even know. Rasta D, what go on fam? Long time we know what I read about Auntie Jennifer Messado. You understand? She was arrested the other day. Again. Messado jailed and released after breaching court order. Disbarred real estate attorney Jennifer Messado, who is facing several fraud charges, have been released after spending a week behind bars for breaching a civil court order. The court had sanctioned her for 6 weeks imprisonment. Justice Kisok Lang had made an order that Messado not remove the money from a particular account. Messado was sentenced on September 16 after a complainant pointed to a breach of the Supreme Court order. Christopher Townsend, who represents Messado, confirmed that his client breached the order and was sentenced in the civil matter and later released. The money was removed and the complaint was made. The money was put back in the account and she was released, Townsend said. Messado, 70 years old, returned to court on Thursday, which was yesterday, on a substantive fraud matter. Townsend revealed that most of the cases mounted against Messado were being settled and that his client hoped to achieve similar resolution for the other matters still in court. The well-known real estate attorney was disbarred in 2018 and has been slapped with nearly a dozen fraud-related charges in 4 separate cases in which investigators allege that she used forged documents to sell a number of properties valued at millions of dollars. Some of the properties in question were never up for sale. Dancehall entertainer David Brooks, more popularly known as Messado, is among the persons who have come forward with claims of being defrauded by Messado. It is uncertain if Messado's deteriorating health condition also played a role in her early release. Since court proceedings were launched, Messado has collapsed in public and had another regretful experience on the stairs of the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court, where she would have defecated on the stairs in the court. His lawyer, in another article, said that court cases are taking a toll on Messado. So Messado's actions now take toll on the people that must defraud. Eh? Disbarred real estate attorney Jennifer Messado had her bail extended yesterday. As I said, she would have gone back to court on Thursday, as the preliminary proceedings in her fraud trial continued in the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court. Her attorney, Christopher Townsend, said that the entire process was taking a toll on his client, but noted that he was focused on her health while doctors continued to monitor her. She is in reasonable health, even though she had a stressful time recently, but she is being monitored at this time, Townsend noted. So, me show you that already still. Which are with it? Dressed in a yellow and grey pattern dress, Messado appeared disinterested in yesterday's proceedings. And at one point, one of her defense attorneys had to motion to her to desist from fiddling with her phone, as its loud vibration could be heard around the courtroom. So the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution indicated that it was awaiting a statement from the National Commercial Bank in relation to an online transfer of more than $28 million to the accused. Ja. So she will return to court on the 4th of February 2021. Finar, you know what them did say, some laxative she probably take for some long story. I suppose I would be reaching now, so make it stay. Auntie Jennifer no easy at all. She made her bed, so she pooed in it. So she make her escape. Just watch. General, you know, so them say a lot of the cases are being settled, so apparently she have pay about the people them money and things. So make we see how that gonna and something. So peeps, we have been speaking about the lopsided parliament that currently exists, where the governing Jamaica Labour Party secured 49 seats in the recently concluded general elections, which means that the government has what we call a supermajority in the House of Representatives. And as such, the opposition MPs and senators are the only barriers against certain laws being pushed through the parliament and passed. Oh, I still not get for link the royal, you know. You see me? So, a long time, something they asked me for that still. So, you know, we know that the NIDS bill was very contentious the first time around, and the People's National Party, led by Julian Robinson, would have filed. General, you good, sir? You sound sick, sir. Big man thing, daddy? Because me been I realize I'm not seeing and I hear from you. But because me so caught up, brother, I believe I get the time for make the link, road boy. A DeAndre Small been a ask me for you. So I just take up the phone and stream and give you one short rasta. Alright, here we go on. When the stream wrap up, me give you a link. You see me? Brother. Look more. I'll keep you guys posted as it relates to that. I'm going to talk to him first to see if I can share with you what would have caused him to be absent. Yeah, no. Pay the place. Big up yourself in a broski. You know, I appreciate the contribution in real life. I appreciate the support as well. You know what thing go. You see me? Now, after the Supreme Court ruled that the NIDS bill was unconstitutional, the government decided that they would revisit certain things and at a later date they would try to get the bill through the House of Representatives after agreement and consultation with the opposition and all of them something there. You know, so I'm not sick, you know, DeAndre. You would have lost a family member. Very close to him. But we'll talk. As I said, I will talk to him first before I can reveal anything. You know the thing. I just respect it. But Rasta D, bless up yourself and your family. I appreciate the contribution and the support. You know what I mean? The government expects to pass new voluntary NIDS bill into law by the end of the year, we are currently in the second day of October 2020. So that gives us basically 3 months, October, November, and December. The Prime Minister, the government, is saying that they intend to, by the end of the year, make the NIDS bill a law. Prime Minister Andrew Holness is anticipating that a revamped National Identification and Registration Act, NIDS, will be passed into law before the end of the calendar year. But unlike the controversial NIDS, under which registration was mandatory and which was struck down as unconstitutional by the Constitutional Court in April of 2019, registration under the new legislation will be voluntary, and it is far less intrusive as far as biometric data is concerned. Holness, who was speaking in the House of Representatives on Tuesday, said a significant landmark was achieved in April this year when Cabinet approved the new voluntary national identification and registration policy. I even didn't know so that go on. According to him, substantial changes are reflected in the new policy. These include the voluntary enrollment under the NIDS and the use of minimum biometrics, which are fingerprint, facial image, and manual signature. The Prime Minister informed that the new NIDS bill is complete, and the NIDS Policy Committee along with the Legislation Committee have reviewed the document. Then why the public can review the document too? Then what? You understand? The government is fully cognizant and sensitive to the legitimate concerns that persons have regarding data protection and privacy. We are committed to putting in place the legislative, technological, and independent oversight mechanisms to ensure the rights of persons are respected and protected, Holness stated. He said the government intends to embrace a collaborative approach through the traditional process of getting the legislation passed, and will provide an online forum, nidsfacts.com, where Jamaicans can comment on the bill. Holness stressed that the intention of the government is to have the bill go through the Legislative Committee before the end of October. Unlike the previous bill, this one will be placed before a joint select committee of the Parliament, a request that was denied the parliamentary opposition last time around, and which led the now outgoing General Secretary of the People's National Party, Julian Robinson, to take the matter to court, where he and the PNP prevailed. So outgoing opposition leader Dr. Peter Phillips stressed on Tuesday that the PNP was not opposed to Jamaicans having a national identification, especially in the COVID-19 era, where not just business but education is conducted online. He welcomed the statement by Holness that the revamped bill will be placed before a joint select committee, even as he lamented that the earlier request had fallen on deaf ears. The government's plan to transform Jamaica into a digital economy in the process create a single form of national identification was derailed in April of 2019 when the Constitutional Court struck down the controversial legislation. The court agreed with the opposition that certain aspects of the law were unconstitutional. Sammy, Lady G, good night, my friend. Thank you so much for your support and thank you for your contribution. Yeah, son, someone need to get into the whole detail of the Constitutional Court ruling. But, as I've said before, I need to see the fine prints of this new proposal. I need to see the changes that would have been made as opposed to what was in the initial NIDS bill. I am very interested and curious to see what provisions will be made as it relates to storage of data and who will have access to same data. He's saying now that the biometric requirements have been reduced to fingerprint, facial scanning, and what else? I don't remember. I just read it and I forget. Jaro 306, big up yourself in a broski. You know, I appreciate the support and the contribution, brother. You know, I think, you know, blessings every time. Hope you and the family good. You know what I mean? And also now, it is interesting to note that coming from a stance where the NIDS bill was mandatory to a stance where it is voluntary and you want to capture the country in the whole NIDS thing, how will that work now, seeing that a man can decide say he's not interested in that and it just not happen, then I don't know. So how a lot of questions. As I said, I was never opposed to NIDS in terms of what it can be. What I was opposed to is the intrusiveness of the first bill. Some of the requirements were way too intrusive. But I understand that having a national identification system, Zane, will have its benefits, especially in the crime fight if used properly. You understand? In getting business done, Zane, I sincerely hope that that will cut down on the bureaucratic red tape and the delays in getting certain things done. So I understand what this can do in certain respects, but I am also very concerned about how people's information will be stored and protected, who will have access to it, and a few other things. So I would really like to sit down and read the tenets of this proposal of this bill that they intend to pass into law by the end of the year. Rasta day, big up yourself again in a family. You understand? Tonight you have floss and das. Give thanks. You see me? So, again, I said it before that it wasn't a matter of if NIDS was going to be implemented. It was just a matter of when. Zane. So, it's coming. I sincerely hope that there will be some inclusion of the public. So creating an online place where you can comment, I don't think is enough. I think there should be meaningful discussions and exchanges between the government and the population. Zane, I remember the Prime Minister getting very upset on more than one occasion when he was faced with questions in relation to the NIDS before. Zane, I sincerely hope that the Prime Minister would have come to understand that this is not a country that is run by a dictator. As far as I know, it is a democratic nation, and as a result, the people needs to know what is going on. One of my things is that there was too much secrecy around the NIDS Act, the NIDS bill before. A lot of things were not readily available to the public. A lot of questions were not being answered. And when questions were asked, people get hot under the collar. You understand? And I was upset about that. Being somebody who understood what this whole NIDS thing could do for us as a country. But what was the secret about? Why were people being shunned and in some instances being disrespected by the chief minister of the country? Zane, until it started to become a blame game where the Prime Minister was saying that he was not the conceptualizer of NIDS. The NIDS bill was on the table of the leader of the country for how much years, and it was conceptualized by the People's National Party. He's just following through on the People's National Party, a hypocrite. We never did need to get there, so all what it simple need is public consultation, Zane, identifying the way forward, addressing the concerns that were raised, because many concerns were raised by the opposition and people in the country by extension, And the Prime Minister and this team simply ignored those recommendations and suggestions. Zine, the naming of a joint select committee to peruse the NIDS bill, that was ignored by the Prime Minister and seemed to revert to it. So why you never just do that in the first place? Why you never make the amendments them to the NIDS Act in the first place? And you still end up to do it now. And this could have been done before and the country have benefit from it. Copsy and Nova, and hopefully I pronounce that properly. Thanks so much for your support on the channel, my friend, first and foremost. And also thanks for the financial contribution. See? So if the government intends to pass this NIDS, then there needs to be rigorous public education. Not only education, sis, but consultation as well. You understand what I say? There has to be something that is as crucial as this, and something that has the potential implications that it can have. There should be serious public consultation, not just public education. Zine, and as I've said before, I understand the importance of getting a system like this in place. It has its place, but it's just that how you go about doing it. You understand? The anansiri and the anky-panky and the behind door brie and all of the rhythm, I don't appreciate them. You understand? Put the it's something that will affect every single Jamaican. Put the thing out to the people, them. Let them understand what this thing is about. You understand what I say? Get their input, get their suggestions, get recommendation. It's not only people them in a big grey suit with some broad cricket bat tie in a pahero where man a drive and them have people a brush them dog teeth and a cut them fence and a trim them edges around them garden can make decisions and give good suggestions. The regular man in the street can look on the thing and say, yo, the thing might work better that way and it may be a golden idea. You understand? It has to be something that is inclusive. It's something that will affect us as Jamaicans. So why only a few Jamaicans have the opportunity to deal with the thing? Eh? Boy, I may tell you still. So we are watch it and see. The government has the majority to push it through. No doubt about that, but I hope that good sense will prevail. I hope that the Joint Select Committee does what they are supposed to do and have the country's best interest at heart. And these amendments that will certainly be suggested are taken into consideration, and the best decision for the country is arrived at. See? NIDS have its place. It can be a very handy tool in many respects, economically, security-wise, education-wise, but it needs to be done properly. You understand? So this palm print and footprint and all of them print there, eye scan and then sitting there. Then you understand? I'm tired. So I go and watch the NIDS. I could do some more things and then I call it a night. Man burned to death while reportedly stealing copper wires at JPS plant. Vandals and thieves have been plaguing utility companies for a while. Many times they have service disruption because man dig up telephone wire, cut down telephone wire and all of them something. See? How is this different from the TRN? The TRN is a tax registration number, it's not an identification number. NIDS is a national identification system, while a TRN is your tax registration number. You don't have an ID for your TRN. You understand what I say? So, yes, there are similarities, but then there are differences, I suppose, because your national identification card and your TRN is not the same thing. Some places want your TRN, some want your ID. So I suppose with the NIDS thing, it just going to work right across the board based on my understanding. But I am still learning, Father Christopher. So I can't probably answer the question there in a fulsome way either. But just looking at it, a layman analysis, I don't know that the TRN and the National Identification System is a two thing. Because the TRN is not an ID really. It is really and truly a tax registration number. And as such, the government collect them tax and link it to things with it. So I suppose The NIDS system now will be a culmination of your TRN and your ID and everything in one. That is what me I think. So when me really sit down and peruse the NIDS Act, the NIDS bill again, this one I'll see and think. But I mean, just thinking off of the top of my head, I would hasten to say that I don't think they are the same thing. The only thing we need is a birth number. Okay. I guess. But I guess. Me don't know. You see me? I don't know that your birth number would help the police in fighting crime. Because you can't run a birth number. You can't take a birth number off of one door as a fingerprint and run it in one system. And your birth number. I don't know. You understand? So, but I don't know how feasible that would be though. I know why you'd probably say that in a day, Andre. I get that, but how helpful would that be though? In certain respects. You understand? The Jamaica Public Service Company has reported that a man died overnight on Sunday while in the act of stealing copper cables from the company's power station in the Old Harbour, St. Catherine, of all the places in got thief things. You understand? In a release on Monday, JPS said between late Sunday night and early Monday morning, a man gained illegal access to the premises of the JPS Old Harbour Power Station in St. Catherine, where he attempted to remove copper cables. And one of the main substations for the JPS that you know much electricity pass through there, sir. The company further said in the process the man cut an energized high voltage wire, which resulted in a fire at the power station. The fire was put out by the Old Harbour Fire Department, after which the burnt body of the man was discovered on the compound of the power station. JPS said it is reminding persons of the dangers involved in tampering with the company's equipment and is appealing to persons to desist from carrying out illegal activities on the electricity network. Uncle Ruel, Adolphus Augustus Cornelius Reed. Mas Jefta. You know Empress run about there. Nice, clean Empress. Miss Pamela Monroe Ellis. I don't love the Ellis part. But that's what she name. You understand? Big up yourself, Miss Manuel. You know about the Ellis part there. The part that I don't like it. But nice lady. Heart failure. No certificate awarded to 81% of students in the CAPS program. I'm just going back and look at synopsis of the CAPS. No. The CAP program is a program designed by the Ministry of Education to engage students who would have left high school but may not have performed as well as they would have wanted at the CXC level. So it was an opportunity for students to, continue education at that level so they could probably get some more subjects or acquire a skill to, become employable. So while that was being run out of the Ministry of Education, allegations are that Mr. Ruel Reed and President of Maritime Fritz Pinnock designed a parallel CAPS program that was running out of Maritime. So remember say the original one on a Ministry of Education, and the man them allegedly create one next one for run parallel to the real one there, and all of them money there cannot be found. So that's a short synopsis there, sir. You understand? I'm bringing up to speed. the Auditor General's Department is reporting that records obtained from the Hard Trust have revealed that the 687 participants who were enrolled in the Career Advancement Youth Empowerment Solutions CAPES program from 2014 to 2019, only 19% or 128 students were awarded NC-TVET certification. It's really NC-TVET, but you know, we say NC-TVET. You understand? Yes, DeAndre, but I suppose NIDS would come like, would be our equivalent to the social security number system, basically. You understand? I am sure I am just assuming that all Americans who have a social security number, their fingerprint is in the United States government database. So you get a social security number without having to do your fingerprint. So somebody who have a social security number in the stream, you don't have to do fingerprint, forget it, because I don't know, I ask. CAPES was administered by the Caribbean Maritime University on behalf of HART. The National the National Council on Technical and Vocational Education and Training, NC-TVET, was established in 1994 to develop standards, accredit programs, develop assessment. But SIS and TRN, I don't know. I have social security. TRN is like social security, okay. It's the same. No, don't need fingerprint. Okay, cool. So someone say yes, you do. Someone say, I don't know, I'm confused. Alright. You don't look like you need a fingerprint. Alright, DeAndre, you win there around there. But say, you understand, I don't have a problem with NIDS essentially. Oh, no fingerprints. So don't big up on yourself. Yeah, then we don't need a fingerprint for TRN. But I suppose a TRN would be like a NIS, no? The TRN would be like a social security number. Don't. So the people them have them social security number in the stream. I know want to live a yard or on a visit yard. Isn't your social security number the equivalent to our TRN? SSN is like okay. And then now, other than your social security number in the United States, what other form of identification is required to conduct or transact business? You have a national ID, or you can use a driver's license or your passport. But if and when your TRN is if and when your fingerprint is captured, it will be assigned to your social security number. Okay. Nope, if you both, you don't need. Okay, cool. Yes, same means. Okay, what's a politician? They do with taxpayers' money. Sorry for the people. Right, no fingerprint needed. Oh, or a driver's license. No national ID. Okay, cool. So we are learning some things. Driver's license or passport. Okay, cool. Understand. So forget a driver's license. You don't have to take your fingerprint. You don't have to run your fingerprint. Any photo ID and social security number. Driver's. Yeah, but for the driver's license and your passport, you don't have to take your fingerprint. So no fingerprint for driver's license or passport? No, okay, cool. So let me ask you our next question now. So how is the crime fighting situation in America when them run fingerprint in a database? How them collect the fingerprint if you run in a database? It's only people who them arrest already, them fingerprint, or there is a national database in America with fingerprints. Oh, so if you're ever arrested, your fingerprint is logged in the system. Okay, cool. Only when you're arrested. Alright, nice. So we have learned some things. It's not a problem. You understand? For your passport, you need, okay, I understand that. Yes, teach. Yeah, biometric information. Biometric is done. Okay, so them capture your fingerprint and some other things. Okay. Alright. So we learn. Wanna big up on yourself. Your fingerprint once you land, yeah? Fingerprint when I do passport, which is natural. Okay, yes, socialist equivalent. Their fingerprint. Are so much people there America in the stream, yeah? We not live nowhere. Una na yard. Una live nowhere. Then is so much on over Uncle Sam there. Alright, Pete. Just say we live and we learn. You know, we don't really know American system like that. You have to do a biometric before you get a social security number. Alright, so one knock I say, and this is something where good. So let me deal with this. One knock say, in order to get a social security number, you have to do your biometrics. Correct or correct? So then, the moment you get a social security number, it means say the government have biometric information upon you already. Yeah? Right? As one knock I say, cause me assume say one knock is correct, cause one knock him and agree, one and move. So the man say you have to do your biometrics before you get your social security number. So then, if you, in order to get your social security number, you do biometrics. So it means them have data upon you already. Alright. So then, your social security number would be more than your TRN. Because when you do your TRN in Jamaica, you do fingerprint when you do your I do my TRN so long I don't remember if I give fingerprint. One mentor, we love the thing teach. Eh? No teach. Not true. Alright. Me probably go take some call upon this. Me probably go do one call. Cause right now, it come like some more people there, which is true. More people watch the videos and streams from America and Canada. Well, from America. So it's America first, then Jamaica, then Canada. No? America, Jamaica, UK, Canada, Cayman. Those are the top countries that watch my content. The top geographical areas that watch my content. Yeah? As so much I want to do overseas, sir. Boy, I tell you, you don't need to come on. You don't come back here. Take a quick call. That's too much work that you know. I have to go change some things and set up some things. Me do that one next time. American link up. Because right now, me alone there, Jamaica, I look like. Everybody there fine. No fingerprint with tear. Okay, right. Then me's a old man, I know. I don't remember how long I did that. So then, DeAndre, having your social security number, in order to get it, you would still have to give up some biometric information. So, okay. Interesting. Big up to all of the yardies them. When you big up on yourself. When you know for over people them place. When you be up on yourself, you hear? Yeah man, I'm going and make some money like and come back a yard and set up a thing. Because right now I feel lonely. I never realize I'm alone there yard. John no star. If you come home, just float out. Teach American started a new driver's license system countrywide. Okay, teach. To put it this way, once you have landed legally, they are going to have your biometrics. That make a lot of sense. State ID, SSN, TRN, teach. Me and you is here. Alright, DeAndre, see me a company. Broski they are yard too. Only my body they are fine, but my heart is at home. Make a lot of sense. But big up to, and that me I say again to big up to the people them out in the diaspora who support the thing. Teach. You are grand like a studio, party shop. You see me? Yeah, big up to the people out in the diaspora. I want to make that something at work. You understand what I say? Because they don't know a thing go. You understand? We try to keep the people them informed and thing, no fingerprint in Canada and them something. Alright, so we learn some things. We don't really know Uncle Sam system set up, you know. I could do... Oh, I ain't done this yet. I could done this and cuss some people then with that. I could have all a reason with the people them in the diaspora one time. You see, oh, the things them similar different in terms of certain structures of government. That probably would then be an interesting reasoning, you know. Probably can do a one calling on that. Something different. Only if you're an immigrant you do biometric. But then Farkison. But then residents, seeing people born in America have social security number, and me I understand say in order to get a social security number, them still have to capture biometrics. So it means everybody would them would have biometric span. Correct or correct? Yeah, I don't know. Alright. ID of all the works. Right. Boom, boom, fingerprint, eye scan, boom, okay. Alright. Right now we have to clear up this by taking some calls. So, and me probably, cause we can't take all, no, worry, we can't take 2 calls one time, you know. So, somebody from Canada and somebody from America, Zane. We can probably take somebody on Skype to from the UK and see how it thing. You understand? Oh, then say me not correct. Okay. Alright, oh, from your born in a country, you get the SSN. Oh, cool no. Natural born citizen. Oh. Okay. No fingerprint needed. Alright, copy. Yeah. Me understand. Understand what I go on. Alright. You don't know about people place though. You don't know so much about Jamaica. I don't know. I just ask your friend, me DeAndre Small. Is me and him alone out here. He me ask. You don't know them things about Jamaica. You don't know something about Uncle Sam place. You don't born there. Me watch you know. Close. I want a Maple Leaf and them place there. I run a Queen side when I want part run so. Okay, Sammy, yeah man, I understand now man. Me learn the thing. Soon become a citizen of Uncle Sam, but one don't teach me life. Malik saying there too. Javad is they have to learn. That's true, yeah. We have to learn what I go on for true. Yeah, man. So watch out now, peeps. Now we finish up about them pan codes here. In a performance audit of the Hart Trust, the Pamela Monroe Ellis-led Auditor General's Department said that only 45 or 7% of the 687 participants gained employment. So you train 687 people and only 45 of them couldn't get work. They didn't see that rough. Further, only 30 or 23% of the 128 trainees who completed the program continued their training to the National Vocational Qualification Jamaica Level 2 or above. Monroe Ellis reported that Hart Trust had no record of participants receiving training and certification in other industry-specific professional courses offered by CMU. Boy! Hart provided no evidence of the number of participants that were to be assisted in pursuing self-employment or business development opportunities, the report said, which was tabled in Parliament on Tuesday. According to Monroe Ellis, Hart entered an arrangement with the CMU for the implementation and management of the CAPS. Hart initially budgeted $100 million to provide training to 600 participants. $100 million for 600 participants. However, Monroe Ellis pointed out that Hart did not demonstrate effective oversight and monitoring of the program to satisfy itself that subventions and related expenditures were in keeping with the project charter and its own policy. The deficiencies in the oversight and monitoring of the program contributed to Hart not achieving the desired objectives of the program. Consequently, Hart was not able to demonstrate that it received value from $64.7 million in expenditure, the Auditor General said. Among the objectives of the program, Hart projected that 70% of the participants would achieve NCTVET certification. The CMU was also to offer certification in industry-specific courses and occupational areas. In addition, at least 50% of participants should have gotten jobs within 1 year of completing the program, and a minimum of 5% assisted in pursuing self-employment business development opportunities. In June of 2017, Hart disbursed an initial $25 million for the project after CMU's acceptance of the terms and conditions for funding. However, the Auditor General found no evidence that Hart satisfied itself that CMU complied with the established operating, reporting, and expenditure control procedures as stipulated in the project charter before making further disbursement totaling $50 million to the CMU. So, them not satisfied, so the $25 million was used properly, but still them send over $50 million more. Monroe Ellis said that her department reviewed 5 financial data collection forms, which were prepared by CMU and submitted to Hart, and found inconsistencies in the opening and closing balances, despite indications that Hart reviewed the documents. Me open up for the wag one and say, you know, this goes a fly on the head, you know. Zine, me open up for the wag. Only your wag one. Listen wag one. Watch it. Listen wag one. The financial data collection forms indicated that funds provided for the program were $128.9 million. And while we were able to verify the subvention disbursement of $75 million from Hart's records, we were not able to verify the source of the other deposits of $53.8 million. I'm going to read that again so you understand what I'm going on. You listen to this. A man said, Ruel, not thief since 1920, man. I'm not sure if you get that. Peeps, now listen to this here. Zine, what Finara asks, CMU deals with course connected to shipping, etc. Yeah, man, logistics and other things like that. You understand? Yeah, man, logistics and marine engineering and them something there. Zine? So now, among other things, not just logistics, but the focus primarily on that. Listen to this, peeps. The financial data collection forms indicated that funds provided for the program was a whopping $128.9 million. Following? And while the Auditor General was able to verify the subvention disbursement of $75 million of the 128 from Hart's records, they were unable, the Auditor General's department were unable to verify the source of the other deposits of $53.8 million, the report said. Monroe Ellis said the audit was done to determine if Hart, during the period 2014-2015 to 2018-2019, was managing effectively its educational and skills training programs to contribute meaningfully to Jamaica's labor market. The audit also sought to determine whether Hart and the country received value from the money spent on skills training program. But if only 40 people out of 680 odd people graduate, then that make no sense. Get job, then that make no sense. We give thanks to the 40 people then, but then one to the next whole heap of people then. Giovanni, bless up yourself and keep the positive vibes. Give thanks to the brother. Appreciate the contribution. You know what I mean? Give thanks. So watch out now, peeps. Yeah. According to the report, despite an increase in the number of admissions over the 5-year period, Hart's certification remained constant at a low rate. So more people are coming at the program, but certification, them now get certified. But more people are coming, but no certification. Over the period under review, Hart certified less than half the number of trainees, despite a reduction in the number of persons dropping out of the program. So more people used to drop out, but then there was a reduction in the number of people that drop out, but yet still, so you have more people, the program retaining more people, but certification still low. Zine Entertainment jamming, big up yourself and the family. Give thanks for the support and the contribution. And I mean, blessings. Listen to this. Over the period on the review, Hart certified less than half the number of trainees, despite a reduction in the number of persons dropping out of the program. Of 232,301 trainees. Yeah? Listen. Of 232,301 trainees, only 103,452 were certified. That is less than half. Reflecting an average certification rate of 45% as at June 10 this year. Given the low certification rate of 45%, Hart would not have yielded maximum value sorry guys, from training expenditure of 30.5 given the low certification rate of 45%, Hart Trust NTA would not have yielded maximum value from training expenditure. You know what is the training expenditure? 30.5 billion Jamaican dollars. Now I'm going to repeat that. 30.5 billion Jamaican dollars over a 5-year period to deliver skills training programs. Junior Smith is asking how he contributes to the channel. Well, if you want to do super chat, there's a $sign below your comment bar. You can click on that and follow the instruction. If you want to contribute over on Patreon, I can give you the link. If you want to contribute over on PayPal, I can give you the link. Those links are in the description, the video description. So you click that little something there, drop down, tap there, and you get all of them information there too. See? But I can provide you with that. Junior find it, man. Then me no need to explain on to Junior. Junior, big up yourself, brother. I appreciate the support and the contribution. And here's a give thanks. Think of the first time I see the name on the channel too. Zine, similar to Copsy Anova and Sammy Lady G, Zane, and Javani. Think of the first time I see the ones them. For the first time I'm not forward in the building, give thanks to the support. Open up, subscribe to the channel and become a permanent member of the family. You know what I mean? No. I'm going to put this in context. Miva Walters is my colleague. You understand? Brilliant teacher. Zane? Very highly qualified. Probably overqualified for the high school system too. And brilliant teachers like these are in the high school system struggling to get a decent salary. And you have some big belly, buff teeth, eyeglass wearing, bald, jacket and tie, bow tie man. And everything good for talk, you know. You understand? So we are talking about $30.5 billion over 5 years, and them no know how the money a go. Them not get value for them money. The program still a continue. Who a collect the money? Where to collect? Who a run maritime? where run maritime and Adam and a Fred. People think slap. You have teachers now. I go online. We don't have a good computer if we go teach for it. Eh? Ricardo Carr, thanks for the contribution, my friend. Venom Ellis, good night. I think it's the first time I'm seeing those names as well. If you're here for the first time, welcome. This is not your first time, big up yourself. My apologies, big up yourself, said we. You understand? Thanks for the support and the contribution. You have teachers who can find one good computer for have online teaching, and you have money, billions of dollars just disappear in a thin air, year upon year, and nobody for give account for. Good night, Miss Roseanne. Thanks so much for the support and the contribution. Really and truly appreciate it. They're doing as them out in full force tonight. We give thanks. We give thanks. You see me? The thing is so sad, brethren. I had to source computers for members of my department because them system just not work. It can't take no more. It just mash lockdown. It did not work. So the school had to provide, as HOD, it is routed through me and them something. And I know that many teachers around the country have faced a problem there, Rasta. So one more of my teacher I just pop in at the thing. Yeah, Miva is one of my teachers, but she's on leave though. You understand? Big up to my colleagues them when at the building. You know how much resources all of these monies that have been misappropriated and fleeced and stolen could have been used to acquire for not only students but teachers as we embark on this challenging virtual learning situation. Junior Smith, with the merch, you don't really ship to Jamaica, but if you're overseas, you just order and them send it come in your yard. But you know, if somebody at Jamaica wants something, you don't have to go order it and then get it to them. But from your overseas, you're good. Anywhere overseas, they're in America, they Canada, there. You just order your thing. I think them ship to UK as well. I need to update some things and I store that in a long time. I don't do no updating in it. You understand? Jaja. I know the worst thing about this. Let me tell you what the worst thing about this. You see, the whole CMU, Ministry of Education, access between Fritz Pinnock and Rural Reid, a lot of the things that were going no reach the public yet, And I fax me again, It's just that I have my finger upon the exact details, These two men who were entrusted with the awesome responsibility of charting the nation's development through the education of our youths has a man like Ruel Reid having nerve to call principals extortionists. You know how much youth could have a device for you go to school with, or go to class with Monday I come? You know how many more teachers could have good resources for interface and engage students online come Monday? With all of them money. You know how much teachers couldn't benefit from an increase in salary, in stipend with them $30.5 billion. I tell people already, you know, say teachers don't teach because of the salary, because the money not there. Worse if you're a man. We have to take care of your woman and you're putting them and pay bills. You know the woman them have them look speak we can, you know what I mean, help them balance them thing. Then who are gonna help you balance with thing? And we are trying to help the Empress balance her thing. That's why no man now stay in the education system and have them big belly, bald head, big forehead money. I mess with taxpayers' money. He's in front of the courts, you know, Matthew. He's on bail, but he's in front of the courts. I think them say them a carry them appeal go to the Privy Council. So them a try to delay and delay and delay and delay. When the real heroes them in the education system, the ground soldiers them, the teachers them, the educators them, a drink salt through wooden spoon and a bread and a carry water in a basket, you know. You know, carrying water in a basket is one thing. But when you get a basket when on the bottom and you know no hang low, you carry water in there. And teacher find if you patch it up and carry water in that. And them now benefit from the thing in the bridging. These are the things where I mean now stay in the system. These are the things why so many men are leaving because them can't survive. When a few man up at the top belly a get big, so our belly can't get big too. Then bigness can't roll pan for belly. Then what happen? Me tell you now already, so no man in the teaching. Me I said to my brother the other day, I said, bro, if me and you left where we work here now, then how much more man left in our system? How much more man did there at that school there? You have meals there, but and no disrespect, but how much more man I got did there? Look to the east for the coming of a black king. Right now, see me a laugh white squad. That's the thing there. That me I tell you not to. I do say I pressure me like. Eh? Teach. You alone want a big belly. Yeah, me I say, man. Are them things I get me dark boy thing, man. You feel what me I say? And as me done telling you, say, you know, you don't even necessarily need for hike teacher salary by no billion. Give us some things. Give the teacher them some things. Make it easier for teachers can get piece of land and build a house in family or a family. Buy a car. Enough teachers drive, you know. But between me and you, most of the teachers them will drive a bank on them vehicle. Many teachers who push them education and become self-actualized, a bank, I get most of them salary at one time because they have to pay back the money where them borrow for study. So if you not pay with what we deserve, give us some things. Provide some more scholarships so teachers can go further them studies. Give teachers some concessions. Everybody can be VP and principals. Only VP and principal get concessions to motor vehicles. And you have them. You know what I say, man? And outside of the education system and looking in them, I see it every day. You know what good these monies could have done to uplift the education sector? The education sector will out for flatline at any moment. What upon life support for how long? And you know the most hurtful thing about Ruel Reid, I'm telling you what the thing that hurt me the most about Rural Reed. Rural Reed was one of us. The man is a teacher. He's not somebody where them take up and say you're education minister. The man is a teacher. The man know the struggles. The man know the problems them. The man get an opportunity to fix the problem them, and instead of fix them, he make them worse. That's the thing that hurt me the most about Rural Reed. So when I see me come here come get dark, them things that grieve me, man. The man I one away. Oh, me if be a teacher and me become minister of education and me teachers them life now improve. Then what kind of teacher me be then? Oh, you have to be one away and deal with this, brother. And that hurt me the most with the Royal Reed brethren. The man are one away. And just some politician, brother, where them take up from rounds and say education. The man is a teacher. The man is a career educator. The man know the issues. The man know the challenges them. The man see it. Yes, him teaching our school were far better than many other schools in terms of resources and stuff because them all boys association and things show out. But the man know the struggles. The man was JTA president. Him know the struggles. So all of you see me, that the thing hurt me the most about Royal Reed brethren. It's not a Andrew Holness education minister where Andrew never involved in education or Fayeval Williams. I don't know if Burchell Whiteman was ever a teacher. I don't know. See, the man is a career educator. The man know the issues and the challenges them. And instead of the man make the thing different, the man rape the education system, brethren. We can't have no love for that, for them man there. The man say I'm a deacon. Where the God there name? I just come more time hold on for certain things, you know, from two teacher in Japan to a teacher, yeah, big up yourself, you know, my boss. Fub, big up yourself in the family. Give thanks, you know. Manners and respect every time, you know. You understand? You hear me even say, she look to the east. Many teachers me know they are Japan and China, you know, and America and UK and Canada, you know. Them now stay. How much time will come here to come talk about Rural Reader and Fritz Pinnock and the money with them involved in our miss and all of them something there? How much money? Wanna check? How many backdoor dealings and wheelings instead of trying to make your colleagues' lives better? The man was on second man from JC. Him is still the principal at Jamaica College. Him still a one away. Nice. But tell you last time, you know, when the government make all man like me, one left a classroom, you know. Brother on screen is the head of the Firearm Licensing Authority, FLA. Now, the FLA and police officers have been at it for a while, as Shane Dalling keeps saying that some police officers not forget no license firearm. Police officers, them say them need license firearm because them not always have government issued weapons and all sort of something. But come in, brother, me just vex, man. When I really and truly think about the thing, brother, I just get dark sometime, man. Then the man them a try every trick in the book not for stand trial, you know. How they were wrongfully arrested because them say wrong man. It no matter who arrest you, brother, I couldn't teach them arrest you. You're a criminal if you get arrested. So them want dash the thing out because of some technicalities. How FID don't have FID is an entity built on a statute, so they don't have arresting power. That is them claim to fame. How could any man down there so we sell key and arrest them then if you get arrested, family? I tell you now, I became a teacher because of my high school geography teacher, Mr. Carlington Johnson. I wanted to be to some youth what that man was to me. You understand? But that drive and the passion that I did have back in the days when I was a young youth, I don't have that no more because the system are crap rasta. At so many different levels. Zin? I can reel off a million different reasons why I don't want to be a teacher. And I can't tell you 5 why I still want to be a teacher. I tell you the truth, it's just a reality. Because I live it, me in there. And I know yesterday me I teach. Me I teach in the high school system from 2008. Do the maths. Me just look young and handsome, but it's long time. Don't make me look strict, yo. It's a big boy. Sure. The man them for go, man. Make we talk about Mr. Shane Darling, you know. Zed. All the dancers leave a kick. Yeah. Some cops denied gun permits. You know why? Because of spousal abuse, says the FLA. Thanks, Empress Roseanne. We give thanks. That man say a lie. Sure. Hey, mercy, man. Allegations of domestic violence are among the main reasons cops are being denied permits for private firearms, the regulatory agency has revealed. So the police must have beat up them woman like. You understand what I say? Shoot them and them sitting there, beat them up with gun and things. Then they might run a problem. The Firearm Licensing Authority, FLA, disclosed that in other cases, cops are denied permits because they are either on probation or still in training. The application process examines a spectrum of circumstances to include home inspections and criminal records and assesses the risks associated with each individual's need for a private firearm, the FLA said on Tuesday. Therefore, the applicant's profession is not the sole deciding factor. Persons who apply to the FLA are applying on a personal basis and are not granted firearm license for business or work purposes. So Chief Executive Officer of the FLA, Shane Darling, cited the case of a policeman who was relieved of his government-issued firearm by the police high command. According to Darling, the cop was deemed by JCF superiors to have mental issues and therefore pose a risk to public safety. He said the FLA revoked the policeman's gun permit after conducting its own inquiry, which included talks with the cop's commanding officer which confirmed the concerns. However, Darling charged that the cop, with the support of the Jamaica Police Federation, has gone to court to challenge the revocation. So the JCF take the gun from him because them say he is not fit to carry the weapon. The FLA revoke him permit. We had to act, the FLA CEO insisted. The case is still pending. The disclosures by the FLA come days after the Federation complained. in an article in the Sunday Gleaner about the high number of police personnel who are being refused gun licenses on the grounds that they have not justified the need. For one, the Federation represents the interests of cops up to the rank of inspector. So in the last 3 weeks, at least 10 cops have reported that they were denied permits from private firearms, according to the chairman of the Federation, Sergeant Patrick Rowe. Amid a number of attacks on members of the security forces in recent days, Rowe complained that the refusal of the permits makes it more difficult for our cops to protect themselves and their families. We need water. This is absolutely ridiculous, and we believe that the actions of the FLA are exposing our members to additional vulnerabilities. But Darling took issue with Rowe's assertion, calling it unfortunate and sensational. The FLA has met with the police union several times to discuss the issues we have, while police officers are denied permits, Darling said. So I don't know why the Police Federation would want to make that statement. Darling noted also that the Jamaica Constabulary Force, that is directly charged with the overall protection of cops in the execution of their duties. It is important to know that the FLA is a regulatory body responsible for the management of governance of private firearm ownership in Jamaica. It is therefore unfortunate that Sergeant Rowe has sought to mislead the public that the FLA is exposing the police to harm by denying them firearm licenses. Darling said, as a matter of standard operating procedure, the FLA mandated to government the issuance of private firearm license through comprehensive investigations, background checks and due diligence processes that relies heavily upon the intelligence arm of the JCF. Craig has said police that can't get a gun license no make no sense. It's already risky being a police, which is true. However, Craig, there's always a however, because we have shared many stories on this channel where police officers have killed their spouse or injured them spouse and them something. See? Now, I want you put this into context though, Craig. If a man is a member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force who issues a government weapon to said man, and the hierarchy of the JCF finds that man unfit to possess or carry a weapon, then the reality is that if the JCF say unfit to carry a weapon, why should the FLA give a weapon? Talk it truth to God love. Eh? But I understand why a police officer would need a license firearm, a personal weapon. I understand that totally. And I think that all police officers should be given the opportunity to acquire same. But sometimes we have to look on the bigger picture. If the JCF say you're not fit for carry no gun, then how the FLA if you say you're fit for carry a gun? Talk it truth to God love. You see me? And remember saying, a part of the due diligence process are checks that the FLA does. They do it through the Jamaica Constabulary Force, So I suppose a number of things. You understand? You can't take your gun and beat up your woman and expect you to keep it. That don't make no sense. Or threaten to kill people with it. That don't make no sense. You understand? So, the police have to behave themselves too. You see me? Yeah, man. That's how you think there. You can't go around that. So, peace, one look what thing are going on in Uncle Sam there. With Jamaican international footballer, former schoolboy, superstar, Junior Flemming. You want sharp, big up yourself in a family. Give thanks. Now, there has been some controversy surrounding Flemming in the United States after news broke that he, during a football game, called an opposing player, referred to an opposing player using a gay slur. And by all accounts, the opposing player is an openly gay player. Fleming has come out and denied doing that, but he has been placed on administrative leave by his club as investigations continue. I have played a lot of football in my life at various different levels. Zane? And I don't remember a match where me ever playing where some heated exchange don't go on. Man call man anything, man tell man a lot of things, and you have occasions where man visit out on the field still and thing. You understand? But I don't know, Rasta. It would be very unfortunate for this situation to bring a premature end or blight Flemmings' professional football career. Zane, he said he did not do it. He released a statement actually. Zane, I don't know if I have the statement here, so, but he released a statement. I read it. You understand? I don't know the exact slur that he allegedly used and thing, but for his sake, I hope say there's no significant repercussions after investigations are concluded. Junior Flemming put on leave amid probe into anti-gay slur. So United Soccer League team Phoenix Rising has placed Jamaican international midfielder Junior Flemmings on administrative leave late Tuesday night as an investigation takes place into allegations that the player used an anti-gay slur during the team's game Wednesday night against the San Diego Loyal. In a statement posted to the Rising's Twitter account, the team said our players and head coach participated in extensive interviews with the USL today. Until the investigation is concluded by the USL, Phoenix Rising midfielder Junior Flemmings will be taking an administrative leave so that he may focus fully on cooperating with the investigation. The statement further added, additionally, and unrelated to the USL investigation, head coach Rick Sands will also be taking administrative leave. Phoenix Rising FC is actively anti-homophobia and anti-racist, and has a zero-tolerance policy for actions which run contrary to those core values. Flemmings has denied allegations he used homophobic slurs in the game. So San Diego Loyal SC players walked off the pitch in protest and eventually forfeited the match in the 45th minute despite being up 2 goals on Phoenix. The game was the final one in San Diego Loyal SC inaugural season, with the club still in contention for a playoff spot as they led Phoenix 3-1 at halftime. So they were leading the game. They had possibilities of reaching the playoffs and they forfeited the game. Jaja, them take it serious. However, after a perceived lack of action following their halftime complaint, when the referee signaled the start of the second half, San Diego's coaching staff and players took a knee and walked off the field in protest. That never necessary. When you play the game and after the game done, you do the investigation. That ain't necessary. Big woman thing. Me not see how that, but me as a man who have played a lot of football and we love ball game for done. So make the game done. Just like when Zidane butt down Materazzi in a World Cup final. Nobody no walk off I feel. When Suarez bite whoever him bite, the game not done. You understand? There have been many instances where players have said they have been racially abused, Zane, and the match is stopped, but the match is finished, and then the investigation proceed afterwards, and then who is culpable? If Chiellini, Zane, who is culpable, is dealt with. So taking that drastic action, I don't know that was. Well, I don't know what Flemmings said to the man. If he hurt the man so much still, that's the whole team decides that them now play the second half. But I don't know still. But me they want the game for done still. Me I tell you the truth. Big man thing. Yeah, man. Man call me all sort of things when me I play ball. Cause we not play with guy. You understand what me I say? Yeah, man, guy if you know say big center half in our building. Do we not play with people? You understand? Our sweeper. We not ramp with people around this. You understand? Lace, bus, left, right, and center, and guy if you understand say. A whole heap of things we get called. Cause you know 1 and 2 times we late for the tackle and thing. And we not play for hurt nobody, but we not play with guy. And man call with things, then what we are going to do? Top play ball and ball nice. Then if me top play ball, I'm going to bust in lace again. Then that don't make no sense. Then no rasta. Ball game for done. You understand? Then do what them do. That's just my opinion still. You see? Make we finish or something here. We have finished it unlike the game. We not protest it article. We have done it. Alright, so watch you now. So the team claims that the Jamaican hurled homophobic insults at openly gay midfielder Colin Martin. Flemmings vehemently denied the accusation on Twitter after the game. The referee admitted he did not hear any homophobic slurs and was utterly confused by the situation. He argued. Flemmings further said, "At no point did I say a homophobic slur towards Colin Martin. I do not know Colin personally, but I respect all my opponents equally, Colin included. I am disappointed by San Diego's actions this evening, as I have been mauled and ridiculed online with no opportunity to defend myself. This is my statement. I stand in solidarity with the LGBTQ plus movement." So just a week ago, loyal players forfeited a point in protest after LA Galaxy 2 player allegedly yelled racist slurs at a San Diego player. San Diego take a thing for that level. They must clean up the league. James say me a while. Then you can't say anything you want to say. You come across your lace, bust up, brother. Then you know overdrive around of them party. I feel like you can come down up my penalty box. We don't play them game around here. So you understand? So you can't say anything. You understand? Yeah, man. Send him home with the uncle and burn you like. Boy. Ah, boy. If Junior said anything with a homophobic tone, knowing the country he lives, he works in, knowing how serious they take certain things, he would have been absolutely wrong. Yeah? If it was in the heat of the game and somebody do something and you say, it happens. It happens. It happens. Trust me, it happens. Me call man things enough time on ball field. Man call me things enough time on ball field. You understand what I say? When ball game done, every man a bridging said way. It's just the heat of the ball game. No man lose. You understand? But if Flemming said that knowing the situation and knowing the context, it would have been ill-advised. Zane? And in reality still, me not know why Colin Martin would then say it if he never say it in all honesty either. You see it? I don't know somebody gonna say you refer to him with a gay slur if you never actually refer to him in a gay slur. But as a yard man, Flemmings could have just say, yo, B-boy, go away. And I don't know, him probably say it and even really mean nothing to it still, you know. If I that him say, me just assume, me just say, as by example. I hope this can be resolved. Zane? I hope it can be resolved. I hope for Flemmings' sake and for the sake of young Jamaicans who aspire to play professional football in the United States that this can be resolved, and I really hope that after the investigation the verdict is that Flemming is not guilty. Zane, but if Flemming did involve in that, he have to understand say you're there in a different man country, brother. I work, just go and hustle the food. Zane, build up the bank account, take care of your family and move on, because I don't really yard the still, and you will say certain things on a picture yard, on a field yard, and a man just knows say yo, I just a ball game that. You understand? When I bridging after that set speed. You understand what I say? Man, I'll call them own teammates certain things on the ball field because man make mistake. But them are bridging after a game done said way. You see me? But Flemming, talented, still young, still have a ceiling when they reach it. So it would be very unfortunate if this incident is used to stifle his growth and potential. You understand? So as me say, if him say it, you don't really excuse it. Him supposed to know say him not say them things in a, you understand? In other context there, in other location there. Knowing say, well, him say him don't know the brother, but apparently Colin Martin is an openly gay person as well. So Jaja. Dante them still get rid of him. Ja no star. I could watch it and see it go now. You watch it and see it go. But the reality is that ball game is a man game, Rasta. You understand? Things are gonna happen. Man are gonna say things. Man are gonna kick off. You understand? I just a nature ball game, Rasta. Zane? I am sure Colin Martin sometime in his career would have said something to an opposing player where them not like neither. You see me I say? I wanna justify nothing for Flemming, but just I say still football is a man game, Rasta. That me I say. So me grow up and play a ball game. You understand? Them the ball game we know. We not take no prisoners around here. No man no want lose. Every man want bragging rights. You see? But Flemming, if you know better, if him really say something like that still. You understand? You have to know your environment, brother. You have to know the context of the thing. And you have to just go and hustle and collect your money. You know, go for corn, cow, you go for drink milk. So just go and drink some milk. You understand? You know where you know your livity and your lifestyle. You know, too need for concern yourself with no man lifestyle. I say you go for drink milk, you don't go for corn, cow. You feel what I say? You see? Cause I don't like a yard where Tivoli and Arnett play and two man square off and a man say yo go X or go Y. I mean the ball game that no man not gonna report that. If a man them gonna fist it out, then fist it out. You understand? But you're in a different country, a different environment, different living and lifestyle. You see? So you have to just know if you just adjust and adapt. Work your work. You see? So you don't give your bread because of some look up silly utterances. Feel what I say? So it's sad. Whichever way you look upon it, it's sad, Rasta. As I say, I hope the youth don't lose him bread because of the incident here. I don't know how fair his trial will be considering. Yes, and I hope that the investigation will be thorough and whatever the end story is, Flemmings would have been given a fair trial. See, so if the trial is fair and them say he was in violation of whatever, then he have to suffer the consequences. We just want a fair trial for the youth. See, so um, it's sad. And the baller them out there, and not just ballers, but Jamaicans, athletes who are out there, who are on scholarship or who are overseas studying and training, and Jamaicans and a whole, you know the situation here, sir. Remember say, you go for drink milk, you go for corn cow. You see? Because we not business with cow. We just milk with thing there. You understand? Because not every cow produce good milk. You just get the milk where you can get and cut. Alright, peace. I'm going to wrap up that something and call it. The people them tired at night. You see? And you see? Yeah. Noranda. I try not to give Noranda no publicity on my platform. See? But I just keep the people in mind active and make them look out on the eye. I say I look at it, because Noranda been give some people some bed and some school, some book and some clinic, some things. Them a do some things. So they're portraying themselves as good corporate citizens. And they might well be. You understand? But they're not good for the environment. It's just the reality. So big up yourself, Naranda, for the things that you do to help some people run some part, run some place. Because a government company, because the government own 51% and Naranda is a government company anyways. But say I know, I say Naranda take on a look at things, so them a plant some trees, run some place, run some part. These little things what Naranda do are things what them accumulate for say, oh, we did that down there, son. Yes, in mining we have to remove the vegetation and the topsoil, but we would have planted some trees in afforestation and reforestation around the stuff to counter this. We have to keep an eye upon them. Naranda, me eye upon you. So Naranda backside, Naranda backside to plant 2020 trees for Jamaica's 2020 National Tree Planting Day. If you want to plant some tree, you plant some tree. We don't need to hear about it. You understand? Me not trust you know. I know say down the road me go hear say, remember say Naranda did plant some trees, you know. So them a try sustain the environment despite the fact that they mine out some part of the cockpit country, they want to mine out some part of the cockpit country. I mean, no, say this me I got here. I want to take it from me. See? So when I see them things here, I want to remember, say, the cockpit country thing is still on the table, you know, gone away. So I know would have gotten lost in the corona pandemic and the election euphoria, or whatever that was, among other things, trying to survive. But no, say, the cockpit country is the most sensitive ecological, geological, biological, hydrological area in the country. You're not supposed to touch. So then can plant tree from now till thy kingdom come. Them not get no free pass around here. So I mean at that them a look. You understand what I say? So now the backside partners too says it will be planting 2023 to commemorate Jamaica National Tree Planting Day. That is not why them a do it. Them a do it to come across as good corporate citizens. That is why them a do it. Them a do it to get some mileage as good corporate citizens. Them a do it for say, despite the fact say we are planning to mine out the cockpit country, we are planting some trees. That is why them a do it. Them can't tell me nah. So me don't want Noranda feel like we forget about the cockpit country. Yeah, son? We don't forget about it. It's just that some other things it kind of take precedence. But we're still there. We're not going nowhere. We don't move. Yeah, son? So according to the company, most of the trees will be planted and selected lots across the company's mining lease areas in St. Ann by approximately 50 management and trade union employees. The company will also be a whole heap of errors in them article. You know. The company will also be joined in its planting efforts by representatives of the forestry department. Zane, at the forestry department, I mark the border of the cockpit country, you know. So them all of them are friend like. You understand? The Jamaica Agricultural Society, JS, and the Rural Development Authority, rather. See? It said the remaining 500 trees will be distributed to employees in planting in their communities. Our commitment to tree planting is just one of our continuing land reclamation initiatives and an important contributor to ecological and economic sustainability. Let me read that again. This is it. This is the statement. This is it. Our commitment to tree planting is just one of our, listen to the words, is just one of our continuing land reclamation initiatives and an important contributor to ecological, to the ecology and economic sustainability in Jamaica. There it is. So in the future we'll hear Naranda would have planted X amount of tree and would have contributed to land reclamation initiatives, which is an important contributor to the ecology and economic sustainability in Jamaica. Right then, I must be telling you so. Me I watch you know. Yeah, peeps. So that. Me I watch them. Alright. First and foremost, big up Moses Davis. You understand? The king of dancehall. That is not what we are discussing. You understand? This, I have done close to 50 interviews so far. I have had huge interviews. Merciless interview around 300,000 views. Toddler interview around 300,000 views. Tiger interview. Singing Melody. Junior Cat. Lexus. General B. Richie Stevens. Dandemite. All of them interview, they kick down 100,000, 150,000 gone around at some place, around at some part. But this is the first interview that I have done that has actually trended. This is a trending interview. I think the last time I checked, it was number 17 on trending. You understand? We give thanks. You see? And funny enough, Marcia, you know, I don't know what happened to Marcia interview after the premiere, you know, like the interview just stalled. You understand? And then you pick up and keep down your place. I think it was 98,000. It reach 100,000 still. Zin, but say now, I give thanks on many different levels. You understand? The Beanie Man interview would have had the biggest watch party. It's the number 16 up and trending. We give thanks. You understand? Over 3,000 people consistently were watching the interview for a large part, so we give thanks. The interview is really and truly based on the close you see we have on part 1 and part 2. However, there will be a third part to this interview. So, one Tuesday, one next week Tuesday. Just look out for that. Zin? However, some person, and I, in my honest opinion, the best part of the interview not come yet. Because we not even touch the man legacy, my achievements, them. You understand? We not touch the Capitan situation, the spy situation, the Elephant Man situation, the Daddy One situation, the Wolipa situation, the international collaborations, Grammys, the works. You understand? So the real legacy of the DJ don't even come forward yet. And if we done the interview with us part 1, you then be many people would be satisfied. People as a teacher is so wicked. It's every Tuesday I upload the interview, then I not going to upload Tuesday and Wednesday. It's Tuesday this week and Tuesday next week, so no got to wait. You understand? No. Some people have reached out and in the comments and directly, Zane, me ask him when box out Daddy One. There's a little mention of Daddy One, and as far as I know, Beanie Man did not touch Daddy One. So that is far as I know. You understand? Me don't need to go into no further details still. But me see some video where I say Beanie Man box on Daddy One and then sitting there. There was a little thing and somebody might have gotten boxed, but as far as I know, Beanie Man never touched the DJ. So if a DJ get boxes, somebody else boxing. That's all me have to say about that. I mean, you know, me not interested in them things upon a level still. It all sus and gossip and controversy, me not in that. But this is what I want to address. When I interview an artist, Zane, me not interview an artist for create no animosity with no other artists. Zane, me I try to build a brand and build something lasting. It is not my intention or aim to create any animosity between this man and that man. So some people are upset, say me no ask Beanie Man about Lico Lenny. That is not my responsibility per se. The interview not even done. You don't know if a man talk about Lico Lenny. That are the first thing first. Zin? No. Beanie Man's story is Beanie Man's story and him free for say it or him want to say it. This is not for me to tell him how to say him story. Me ask the questions, him provide answers or he not provide no answer. Me move on to our next question. Man I go tell me so how me make Beanie Man get to with X and Y. Then how me for to beat up the artist and tell him for say this or say that. Don't know how he that or say man. You don't ask him this. Me can't ask the artist every single question. Man want me to ask the artist if he remember the show up there so around the part that where him did Avan and if he remember all the crowd. Me can't ask him everything. First thing first, this interview where you see was the second interview. I interviewed him before and had to redo the interview. You understand? So basically, Beanie Man and teach him sit down and talk over about 10 hours. If you really and truly work it out, about 8 hours. 10 probably a little bit too much. See? On different days. So I don't want people sit down and think say, yo, this is just a pram pushing, you just run in and that's how the thing work, Rasta. Say me interview a man and you have a particular question when me not ask. Then at the end of the world, brethren, and the interviews out the way and probably answer that question there already. But some people love animosity and friction. That is what me interested in, brethren. If me did interested in that, me interview Dan Mafia a long time. I have had that opportunity a million times. If me did interested in that, me ask certain questions where I spark certain. Me not interested in that. So you see some man do some local video and go do some video and then a next man answer and then go do some video. And my style that, brother. What me interested in is documenting each entertainer's musical contribution and journey. Me not in no feud with nobody or create no animosity between nobody. Me not no time for that. So if at that you come over here, sir, look for leave. It's as simple as that, you know. I will never intentionally spark any feud or animosity between anybody in the entertainment industry. That is not my role or responsibility. Me not go slight my thing or blight my thing for a man satisfy for him desire to get a particular answer. Me no do mix up, brother. If you know my channel, you know that. So why me then try now set one artist against the next artist? I will ask the questions what me think people want answers to. I'll ask the questions what me think other people afraid to ask. I'm not afraid to ask the tough questions. But there are certain things I just now got touch. I interview entertainers and I couldn't ask them things and I leave it alone. When me interview Tiger, I couldn't ask him about Capleton. There is something there and I leave it alone. So hear me I say, man. There are many other people who do interviews for various reasons. My purpose for doing well, one is work me at work. That I one first and foremost. So let me get that out there. Is work me at work. Zin, but it is to document the artist's contribution to the music, the artist's achievements. Zin, and them things, the artist story, that a next man's story. So I mean, interview one man, forget a next man's story. I mean, like Dandemite, you know, so Dandemite was integral in Killer's emergence and them something. So that different. Zine, but if me interview Beanie Man, me interview Beanie Man experiences. Beanie Man free if you tell me what you want tell me to, you know. I can't tell Beanie Man what if you tell me. So that's the next thing. Some of us get that out there, so. You will, as me tell you will never see me and the next man will say him as a vlogger in a no feud. If I'm in a feud, I am alone. Cause me no need that. My channel no be. You never hear a teacher man no man in a nothing. So why then me then I try to spark contention and controversy between entertainers? And I might think that brother means that no. You see me promote thing. You think no artists to come clash? No want artists to feel comfortable sitting down and holding a reason. Cause my interviews them is not even really interviews, you know. It's a reason with the entertainers them. Yeah, so let me say to provide information. How much time I do an interview and people say, bombard, me never know that. That is why me do my interviews. So a million man will interview an artist, but I teach them interview, you hear that. Me never know that. I'm here being man in so much interview before. That's what me want. Me no want hear say because a man say X9 interview, him and the kick off. There are certain things where a man have to go say. See, being a man address a killer thing. Him address cartel. Him address Angel. Him go address Capeton. Him go address Spy situation. Elephant Man situation. And millions. Bogle. You understand me I say? All of them things there. Cause that is a part of the man's story and legacy. So now come tell me how me make Beanie Man get where. What me gonna do? Beat up Beanie Man and tell him say you're bridging and this answer you forgive me? Then that make no sense. I don't understand now I go on, man. And stop going on, I couldn't know anything. You understand? And my interest is not to create no animosity between no man. My interest is to document the man them story. Yes, man name I get called in a man's story because you were in there. You did a part of the journey and story. But no feel like say teach them in a this to create no problem. Me not into that, brother. Me's a peaceful guy. I love it's a joy for when we go we see Killer and Beanie apart. We see Beanie and Popcorn apart. A unity me want to see in IT. Artists and artists a get along. So when me then want ask question or lead the interview a particular way for cause fiction na the thing. Then I hear say I teach them interview bet them the man and them the man they at war. Then for what? Then you go hear say a man really want interview over teach them again because teach them into negativity. You know mad man. You know mad. You know an idiot. Me I tell you. Peeps, big up on yourself. Part 2, Tuesday, 6:45 p.m. Make it a date and don't be late. If you enjoyed part 1, then part 2, you understand, it bother. You understand? Me know say yes him talk about the killer situation and cartel and other things, Angel and other things, but you know, just hold on. Now, part 3, I will take bits and pieces now of the first interview where we never get back for touch or him never cover in a particular way. Zine for part 3. Zine, there were things wrong with that interview. You understand? Production wise, when me never like. Zine, plus a few other things, and Moses asked to shoot back the interview. We give thanks. You understand? So, you know what I mean? Sunday service, anyone. The Sunday thing not go work, brother. You understand what I say? Sunday thing not go work. You understand? That Tuesday thing them there. Yes, so now. So make we see. We see and thing. Peeps, big up on yourself. Give thanks. If you don't watch the interview yet, go watch it. And not only Beanie Man interview, the whole I interview them up on the channel. You understand what I say? From day one. From archive come right back. Zane, them did the archive, Dickie Rankin, which is Snagapus, General B, alien come right down. Them did it. So no go watch them. So if you're just a forward na the thing and you understand, you appreciate the interview, them go search for the rest of them. You see me peeps, give thanks, we appreciate the support. You understand what me I say, Zane, and right now, wait a I have an interview tomorrow night. This is my first interview for almost 2 months by choice. So we just got done it up and keep the thing going and them something there. Get back some interviews together and them things. And I mean, peeps, enjoy. Big up yourself, Tony Shea. Appreciate the support, Empress, and thing. So peeps, you know a thing got to, as myself for the past few weeks, I have been focused on trying to sort out some things really school. That is even going to be worse for the next week or two. But I'll definitely try to keep the channel up and running. There are a couple of videos I still intend to do. I still intend to do the bun waste video and thing. Hey Samir, you're still here. Good night, little one. It's good to see you. And congratulations again, CXC and thing. Yes, guys, this is one of my brilliant students. So you know what thing go. So peeps, enjoy the rest of the weekend. Soon Sunday, 8:30. Make it a date and don't be late. You know what, don't look for it. Get book for it. You understand? Big up Moses anyway there. You know what I mean? I know people are say, yo, killer next. Killer when killer video ready, man. You don't pressure me. You understand what I say? We have a few other interviews I want. Do before killer interview and killer just come tying everything. There's a method to the madness in the peeps. You understand? So we just take with time and do the thing the right way. You understand? It don't make no sense. You interview somebody so and you know that part of the story the part where you go put everything together. You feel what I say? So you just take your time and do the thing the right way. You know what I mean? Peeps, give thanks. Big up on yourself. Appreciate the support. If you're here for the first time, Buju. Boy, I don't look like Buju. I do them type of interview you're still in like I teach them level interview. You know, Winford Williams and them man they still. But I don't know where Gargamel up to still. But Gargamel me ready anytime. If Gargamel want the interview right now, I call up a team and go and do it. The gear them pack up right over there. So, you understand? And thing. I stream on Sunday nights, Nikki. Stream Sunday nights and Friday nights, 8:30. You understand? I would love to interview Buju. Because I think some of the interviews that Buju would have done since his release, some of the hard questions were not asked. You understand? And you know what I mean? Every man do them interviews different. I think my style is a good style. I would have sat down and formulated my interview. I have seen people who say, yo, the interviews them might get monotonous because of the same question. I same question them I go continue to ask. You know why? Because it gives the interview structure. It moves it from birth to where you're then now. There is a progression. There's a artist reveal information along the way. So it's just like we construct one lesson plan, come right up to the culminating, from introductory activity to culminating activity. You understand what I say? So that now change. No two artist stories the same. So even if I ask the same question, them story them different. You understand? I find a formula where work and I hit who I work with. You understand what I say? Yeah, man, I just saw it thing. It's like I find a formula where you them a pass CXC and I change because one parent not like you. You mad? Then you go teach for your one pitney then one the rest of you them you go pass. Then you don't know what going on here, you know. Jimmy Cliff, Bonnie Wheeler. Bonnie Wheeler is probably not possible right now. He would have suffered a stroke recently and is in recuperation. I don't know how far along his state right now. Jimmy Cliff, somebody reached out to me per Jimmy, as it relates to Jimmy Cliff a few months ago. I kind of lose a link there, so hopefully the link come back and thing. But what they are working, man, one interview at a time. You understand what I say? And I always say I interview the people who wants to be interviewed. You understand? I run down no man where, and this is nothing we have to do with Jimmy Cliff, but you have some people out there. No, if you want to teach them interview, you're fine. It's not a problem. You see, but if you feel like say when I reach a level there, fine, same way we interview our next man. You understand? Argument done. Everybody alright. I'm happy. But God. Peeps, big up on yourself. Give thanks. Good night. Appreciate the support. Zane, set on a thing, Beanie Man, Tuesday, 6:45. You understand? Sunday, 8:30 stream and thing, and then next week again, week after next again, Beanie Man again. I think that one will be a more, highlights, real type of thing. A lot more laughter, a lot more punchlines and something. That was the one that he actually performed in as well. You understand? As in, really DJ and close off the thing, and me and all of me had turned me in a DJ for sure, yeah. And then I can't hold one note except in my notebook, like. You understand? Peace. So enjoy your weekend. Be safe. Stay wise. Open your eyes. Keep sanitized. You know what I mean? Remember that you have to just go and keep a thing on a level, because out there rough. You know what I mean? Walk good. Step with Jah. Safe travel upon the gravel. I'm out. Vegas.
Thank you for tuning in. Like the stream before you go. Subscribe if you haven't done so. Remember to share the stream with your family and friends, and browse the channel for more amazing content. Until next time, walk good, my friends.
Teach them. Hey, yo, hello. Send the message and make it reach them. It's Teach Them right here. Warlord representing.